Welcome back to Grappling Legacy Lounge. Today we're with Jonah. I was going to say Medina. You messed me up. Medina. Purple belt. Under Javi?
Sean Roberts.
Okay. California?
California.
That's right. You moved.
I moved, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. What school is that?
It's Sektor.
Sektor? Okay.
Like the Mortal Kombat character.
How long have you been training?
I've been training jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
6 years, maybe 7 years.
And you wrestled before that?
Yeah, I wrestled all 4 years of high school. So if you want to count the wrestling, then I have a decade of grappling.
Okay. Yeah. I'm counting that.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they mix in between.
That's how I see it. I always say it like that. I have 6 years, 7 years of jiu-jitsu, and then I have 4 years of wrestling. And I'm just like, overall, I have 10 years of grappling.
Yeah.
A decade of grappling.
And you just moved to California. Not even a year ago. Not even 6 months ago, right?
4 to 5.
Yeah. And you drove?
Drove.
I watched your story of you hitting all these different areas. I think you were in Colorado showing pictures of the mountain, doing flips.
Yeah, backflips.
You were doing backflips along the way, right? So yeah, that was.
Yeah, my biggest thing was to try to do a backflip in every state going into that.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I got so fed up with it, me trying to do it, and I was getting so tired just sitting in the car. I was like, you know what? We'll skip Colorado and Las Vegas. We'll skip Colorado and Las Vegas.
That's a long drive, man.
Oh, it is. Trust me. It's a 28-hour drive. I have a buddy who lives there now, who actually I stayed with the first month I went there before I came back.
Mm-hmm.
He did that whole thing, one trip, no stop.
Jeez. That's what is it, 24 hour?
28.
28
hours.
And he did it nonstop?
He did it nonstop. Because, how I did it, how me and my girlfriend did it, we drove from Illinois at, 7 or 8 in the morning. I left my house at 6, and I'm like, oh, I'm running late. And I got a ticket.
In Illinois? So thanks for leaving. Here's the ticket on your way out.
Exactly. I get a ticket in Illinois. And then we're driving. We make it through Indiana. And then my girlfriend gets a ticket in Indiana.
Jeez.
It was just a bad way to start off the trip because we had 14 hours in the car.
Wait, in Indiana?
Yeah, in Indiana.
Why were you in Indiana?
No. Sorry. Iowa.
Okay.
Iowa.
Okay. I was like, you're going the wrong way,
I'm going the wrong way already, man. But yeah, 14 hours is the first car trip day, where it was from Illinois to Denver.
And you slept in Denver?
Yeah, just some random hotel in Denver.
Yeah.
But
did you train anywhere along the way?
No. I was like,
I probably wouldn't have either.
I wanted to get the road trip done as soon as possible. Yeah. But it was the worst 14 hours. The first half of the drive was just absolutely horrible. It's flat.
Yeah, as I say, there's nothing in Iowa. So we've driven to the middle of Iowa for Subspectrum. There's nothing. Yeah. Random truck stops.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, random. You'll run past those the world's largest truck stops. Yeah, you'll see those all over the place.
Are there more than one?
I feel like there is.
Yeah,
I feel like I ran to 2 to 3.
Because the one that's between us and Des Moines.
Yeah,
it's freaking huge.
Yeah, no, I've been to that one.
It was like a mall.
Yeah, I just found out I was on TikTok, and there's a whole car museum, semi-museum there.
What?
Yeah, in the back. I guess it's huge.
Just in the back.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
Where did that come from, and why would you have that there?
We saw the parts and stuff.
Yeah, you could literally build a semi with the parts from that they sold there. So.
But that's Iowa for you, right? It's just random.
It's just random.
It's just random.
Yeah. I think they have the biggest ball of twine too.
Right? Yeah, right.
Hawkeyes.
Well, if it wasn't for the college, they'd have corn.
Yeah, just corn.
So, yeah, that's cool. So, you competing much?
Yeah, I think I've been competing a lot more since I moved to California than I was here in Illinois.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, maybe it's just because
Is that because you just got tired of the scene in Illinois of grappling the same person over and over and over again?
It might be that. But I feel like in California, that someone that was brought up probably the first week I actually lived there was you don't have to worry about IBJJF ranking points there. Because there's so many different opens you can go to, right? You can go to LA.
Yeah, because they're so close.
They're so close to each other. Because they run, if you count North Cal, which is San Francisco, you have 5 opens that run there.
That makes sense. They have a lot of kids ones, too. We were talking about that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because, now that they start ranking kids and you can get points,
Yeah.
all their kids tournaments are out like towards California, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, like like it's so crazy because of course you have the opens. You have your L.A., San Diego, Orange County, which is kind of a random one, but I think it's the only reason why it's there is mainly because of AOJ and like those kind of like beach gyms. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those near the ocean gyms, and then of course you have San Jose. And then you also have Sacramento, and there's probably a couple more I'm not mentioning.
Where are you at in California?
Me? I'm in Chino.
Where the hell's that?
So that's an hour east.
Wait, next to the prison?
There is one.
I know.
It's right next to it.
Is it really?
I'm not even kidding. Down the street.
It just dawned on me what you said. I was like, wait a minute.
It's right down the street. I actually drove past it when I would have to go like that's because I was house sitting my girlfriend's family's house out there. So I would go out there, babysit, and then I would always pass the prison, morning and night.
It's a big prison, right?
Yeah, it's a big prison.
It's like one of the toughest prisons to be in. Like
it's like whenever I pass it, I'm like, it's rough there.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like, probably no air conditioning, obviously, because who knows? Because it's California.
It's California.
It doesn't rain there.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like.
Yeah, that's why they have wildfires.
Yeah, that's right.
There's always a drought.
But I'm always passing by it, and I always see like these little huts they live in, obviously, and then they're doing like their own wash, and it's all hang dried.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, dang. Like,
so you see like all the orange and white suits.
Yeah, orange, white. I feel like sometimes I see blue.
Yeah.
But like it's just like kind of crazy that I'm just like, damn, like they don't even have like a dryer.
Like but you're also like that close to like.
Oh yeah, right.
Some of the world's most dangerous people.
It's sure, be like,
you, and then sure, just
you don't even want to make eye contact.
It's for real. And I think it's a male only prison. I'm pretty sure it's male only prison.
Yeah, I believe it is.
But yeah, it's rough. Whenever I pass by it, I'm like, compared to what I'm doing versus then, I'm like just a couple steps above them.
It probably makes you like kind of humbles you, I guess, and be like, okay, I'm gonna be on the straight and narrow.
Oh, for sure.
I don't want to be in there.
Trust me,
So.
like the.
Yeah.
I think on average I probably pass 4 to 5 crackheads on a daily.
Oh yeah.
Like those guys.
Oh, it's warm. It's a warm weather area, so they're all, that's where Skid Row's out that way.
Right.
You know, so okay, so you're competing a lot out there.
Yeah, a lot. I just feel like there's so many. You have Jiu-Jitsu World League, of course.
Jiu-Jitsu World League's out that way. I always wanted to do one of those.
That's huge. Like,
you've done one?
No, not yet. I've only coached that one, and that was Jiu-Jitsu World League Worlds.
Okay.
And
do they make you qualify for that?
No.
Do they rank them?
No, I don't think so. Like, but it's really interesting how that whole thing goes down, right? Because it's such a big tournament where, of course, you don't, like, attract the high-level jiu-jitsu athlete unless they're trying to get more mat time.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that we talk about, like, at Sektor and at Brea with Coach Dan is, like, mat time, you know? Like, I remember I was at American Nationals just a couple months ago, right?
In Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas. Where, like, I was doing no-gi, and Sean and a buddy of mine's dad were, like, or Sean's just like, you should do the open. Sean Roberts, this guy, right? Sean Roberts telling me to do the open. And I'm like, bro, like, if I get caught up with a super heavy guy, he's just going to grab my ankle, and then I'm going to have to figure it out from there, right?
Well, that's the beauty of it, though.
Exactly.
And typically, that's what I swear. Every time I do an open class, I'm always the lightest guy,
right? And
they put me against the super heavyweight,
right?
So I just make fun with it because, like, the pressure's not on me to win.
No, it's all on him. Trust me.
It's all on him. If he loses, that's like an embarrassment, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%, right?
Grant from Peekapau is always telling me, he's like, "There's no way a light featherweight's gonna win open class ever."
Oh, you can't say that because Goulart just won it. Goulart just won it at Brown Belt Adult Worlds this last year.
Yeah.
Light feather.
Yeah, I say that to him all the time. I was like, dude, light feathers and roosters, they win them all the time.
Yeah, right.
So he's a database guy.
Oh,
so he's a data analyst. So he was like, I know, and I should check up on him and see how he's doing because he was pulling a bunch of IBJJF data to make his own database to see how often, what's like the percentage of a small guy like winning that stuff. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but a coach of mine, Coach Dan, who owns and operates Brea Jiu-Jitsu, who is coach of runner-ups this year's adult black belt, super heavyweight adult world champion Nolan Stort.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my teammates, coaches. It's kind of like one of those mixed because he's obviously, it's kind of weird because he's younger than me, but then I'm older than him, but then he's the senior in the whole game, blah, 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 blah. But we make fun of it. I make fun of it. But he runs his this database system called IBJJF Rankings.
Okay. And I've seen that.
Yes, an unofficial ELO ranking of collaborating all your wins and losses within the IBJJF based on if you're in the open, your weight class, who you fight. It's truly like, for me, when I'm getting ready for an IBJJF, it's the first thing I look at.
Is it really?
Yeah, it gives you such...
You look at like who's in your bracket and all that stuff?
Yeah, and then you can weigh yourself against them with your ELO ranking, and it'll give you the percentage of win, percentage of loss.
That's too much.
What your ranking will change if you win or lose.
As cool as that is, I feel like that's too much for me. Like, because it would get in my head.
Right?
Like, all I want to know is, do I have someone in my bracket, and how many people do I have? And, like, how many matches is it to gold?
Right.
You know? Because if I start looking up, like, oh, Gabe's in my bracket, what does he like to do? Oh, he likes to pull guard and then, you know, does this sweep or that sweep. That shit gets in my head. That's too much to think about.
That's fair. But I think the biggest thing to take away with that, it does tell you everyone that you've competed against in the IBJJF.
That is kind of cool.
So
it's cool to have. I mean, it's cool to look at those numbers and stats.
Right.
But, like, I don't think I could do it right before a tournament. I'd look at it after. I think,
you know? For sure.
Just to see you just win
like,
against.
Hey, you had a 30% chance of winning it all. Oh shit!
Right,
I could have won.
It makes it feel better when you win it all, right?
Right. So, or if I lose, okay, that equals out.
You had a 1% chance.
I think the biggest thing I do look for it when I use the IBJJF ranking system is when they lose and how they lose, because I think that's one of the hardest things to find. Especially when,
that is tough, man.
When you're trying to figure out someone like a high level competitor, right?
Yeah.
And he goes on this
because they're not in smooth comp.
Oh, they're not.
And even if they were, like, if you ever looked at like your smooth comp record, that's not right.
No, it's not.
No,
right.
It doesn't even show your losses. It just shows your wins.
Well, it shows your wins, but like
it shows your wins, but counts it all the way back to white belt too.
Yeah.
So it's so like tampered.
Yeah.
I guess that'd be a word.
It also counts like if they do judo, it counts their judo wins.
Oh, that's crazy.
Does it really?
Yeah, because I know this one guy. And I was just bored, so I looked him up on smooth comp, and I was like, what kind of win is that? And I looked it up, I like looked through his like tournament record, and it was like a judo.
But does it say this is BJJ, this is judo, or does it just say
75
wins and it's combined?
No, it'll be like a different kind of term.
Oh, it'd just be a whole different definition
like,
or word?
And it just tallies up with it.
Okay.
I'm like, wait, what's
but
that?
But it doesn't give you like, if you have 75 jiu-jitsu wins and 3 judo wins, it doesn't like say now you have 76. It
does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it adds them up.
That's confusing.
Imagine.
It's weird.
Imagine, right?
It's like...
Can you imagine if they moved wrestling over to smooth comp? The records that would be? Because track wrestling's terrible to begin with.
Oh, yeah. Track wrestling is so outdated.
And it always, like, resets every year, so you just never know.
But your record doesn't reset.
Oh, no, your record does. Your record stays the same, but, like your significant... Like, all, like, the stats that, like, more people pay... Like, usually, like, if you look at the record, it's like, okay, fine. They have this much wins and pins and stuff, but it's like, who is their significant wins and like who they actually beat.
Right?
Like, because they could just be some dude who just beat a bunch of like randos, or
right,
or they could be a guy who just like beat the state champ. It's like, okay, great.
Right, you're going to get to fish or someone who's like ranked, right?
Yeah, and smooth comp does show who your wins losses are.
Unless you hide it, which I'm like,
you could go private with it, right?
I don't like that. I mean, like it's like I'm like
whatever.
Exactly. It's like
if anything, I'll use it to let other people look me up, and then. I mean, I'm going to get better by losing anyway.
Exactly.
And if they're going to play my game, then good. That's what I want anyway.
I always look at it, I'm like, if you're going to hide your smooth comp, right, and say you win a big tournament, right, maybe because obviously Trials is now on smooth comp, right? It's not on adc.com anymore.
Right.
I'm like, and you're still private in your account. It's like, at that point, like, if you're top of the caliber athlete, like, what's the point of hiding an account at that point, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially
it's like
Jiu-Jitsu World League is in smooth comp too, I think.
No, it actually isn't.
Oh, really?
World League is on its own thing.
Oh,
really?
And something I really do like about World League's website is that you can go to your profile and you can find your matches on your profile.
So you can watch them.
Yeah, you can watch
like
them.
Flow.
Yeah, Flow, but like
Flow sucks because you got to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
The only difference is it's free.
Yeah.
And you can literally just go to your profile on your phone. You don't have to type in your name or anything, and all your matches are right there.
Can you see other people?
Yes.
So,
as long as they don't private it.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
And
that
then
that is cool.
Something I like about Jiu-Jitsu World League too is like you don't get a T-shirt for signing up early, right? You get a free rash guard.
Oh,
that's neat.
Yeah,
Fuji did that for a while.
Use that.
Fuji tried doing that, and then like
they kind of switched back to T-shirts, I think.
Well, so the last one that was out here, I signed Brandon up.
Yeah.
And it said that he got a rash guard, so I went to the table to get his rash guard, and they're like, "Oh, it says that he didn't sign up early enough, or he wasn't the first 100 people, or something like that." I'm like, "Oh, all right, well, whatever."
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Right.
either give them out or don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. And plus, it's like that kind of gives back to the community a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Especially like for me, like at the gym I started at 3D, it would like how many kids I see when I was in a kids class like didn't come in for rash guard, they come in for their T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
then bagging and gets caught in your foot or something.
Exactly. Or like the worst part where what happens to me when I wear like a normal T-shirt is that I'll wear a nice shirt that I like training in, right? And it just gets ripped up, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Like,
great,
it's true. Because like I did kids class tonight, and there's probably 3 kids that walked in with not a rash guard on. They just had a regular T-shirt and shorts. You know, like not even like MMA shorts or anything. They're just like gym shorts.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's fine, but to your point, like your foot gets caught in it, toe gets caught in it, finger, whatever. So, I like the idea of giving back a rash guard or shorts or
something that you can actually use. And it's just not like BJJ swag, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's just a rash guard.
And I mean Fuji makes rash guards. They make shorts. They make all that stuff. So like they have enough where they can.
Yeah.
I mean, so we have Master Worlds on right now.
Yeah. Right.
Because your dad's competing. Is he up yet?
No.
Okay.
I think they're waiting for the guy to get a rest right now.
Okay. Because Caesar's probably 2 matches up. But like Fuji's got this huge booth. At Jiu-Jitsu Con.
Oh, they're one of the biggest.
Yeah.
I say it's either them or like a King's booth.
Yeah.
Is probably
King's is up there, but like Fuji's, they got these huge dice that you just roll.
Exactly.
And then if they match, you win something. You know.
Oh yeah, and I feel like they're really good about that. It's just a shame that they're not the biggest sponsorship pool.
Yeah.
It's just like as an athlete personally, I wish they would. Because the only person I can ever think about is sponsored by Fuji is Victor Hugo and Shanji Rivera.
Right.
Otherwise, I feel like people, like no one wore Fuji because Fuji is kind of like seen as a brand where it's not like the brand.
Right.
You think of other brands like AP, Shoyoroll, VHTS, blah, 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 who are paying these athletes. And like people use Fuji to be like, I'm not sponsored, so...
Yeah,
I'm kind of in the air.
It's like Fuji's like the bottom of the
exactly, but they have good stuff though.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
I have 3 Fuji gis that I've had since I've kind of started jiu-jitsu on a deal. Thank God.
Yeah,
I had like a three for whatever deal. You know,
his first gi was Fuji.
Yeah, no, but they last. Dude. They last.
Yeah, that's right. I rolled the dice. I actually rolled the dice at Masters and won a gi. And I was like, "Can I get it in a kid size?"
That's awesome. That's it, right? But I love their gis. The Fuji gis, they're so nice.
They last.
They last. Yeah. I've had mine the whole 6 years I've been doing jiu-jitsu. I don't even hang dry them anymore. Yeah. I literally toss them in the washing machine. They don't shrink anymore.
Yeah.
Then again, I bought an A2. I'm not an A2 anymore.
Right.
But I think I've shrunken it to the point where it just doesn't.
When were you ever an A2? Seriously. Like, you're like not much bigger than I am.
No, I'm not bigger than anyone.
Yeah. So, and this freak is wearing my gis.
Oh, I know, man. The milk pants kid over here, right?
Definitely.
And then you have the clone upstairs. Who knows what that kid's gonna turn out like?
The clone upstairs was wearing his Fuji gi last week, and I look at it, and the Fuji gi is like this. It's like comes up to his forearm now. I'm like, all right, we're gonna donate that to Pika-Pau, but it's like brand new.
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah,
to Fuji's point. To your point, Fuji's gear like lasts.
It does.
Like it's a blue color, but it's not like a darker blue.
No, and it
like you'd expect it to be darker, but no.
Yeah, it lasts. So I like it doesn't fit the clone. So I like that actually. I'm gonna start calling him the clone now.
But going back to that, at all the tournaments I've ever competed at, I've seen numerous amount of like the high brand jiu-jitsu gis. They've ripped mostly by the sleeve, sometimes by the collar, but I've never seen a Fuji gi rip.
Yeah,
maybe
you're right.
Maybe from like knees, but that's just
shots.
That's just shots, knee slices.
So I have several war tribe gis because I really like I like war tribes. They seem to fit me like their A1.
Do you have the ones with the rash guard built in?
I have
too?
both.
Yeah.
So I have ones without the rash guard built in for competition because they're lighter.
Yeah, right.
And then I have the rash guard ones. And one I have that doesn't have a rash guard ripped right here. Someone grabbed it and it ripped. And then obviously they all have holes in the knees. They're older.
Because you're a top player.
Yeah, right. Because I shoot in. And
no one pulls guard in this family. Oh
no, that's not true.
The clones do.
The clones do. My daughter does too. It's unreal, man. I don't
it must be a curse, right?
I don't know, man. I must have pushed like shooting too hard on these guys. They're like, why would I shoot if I could just sit on my ass?
If I take a shot, I'm already halfway to the guard
right.
pole.
Why
not just grab him?
That's too much work.
It's easier to just sweep them. Take a shot. I get so tired, and then I'm there, and I'm like, don't sweep me, and it doesn't even matter.
Unreal.
Ooh.
That's
It's jiu-jitsu, right?
It's jiu-jitsu.
If it's gi jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna be very advocate about pulling guard. If it's no gi jiu-jitsu, you can do either.
Wrestle.
Wrestle, pull guard.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned since I've been out in California is that we were just talking about it just right. My dad's semifinals match, just not letting free pulls happen. You know,
yes.
That's something.
I'm
like when
huge.
they pull grabbing the foot, so you get like 2 from.
Or just going to double pull and coming up to get your advantage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Especially in no-gi, I feel like I do that a lot in no-gi because I feel, not that I feel bad at my bottom game, I just feel like in no-gi you don't have to worry about getting swept as easily because realistically, where are the main guards getting played in no-gi, right? Like you get single leg X,
half guard,
and De La Riva.
Yeah.
You know De La Riva. Because otherwise, like,
because the rest you have to kind of control them.
Exactly.
It's easier with the gi.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Sean put it best. It's like if we're trying to build someone who's gonna be a world champion, let's knock off some certain things. You don't need a closed guard to win a world title.
True.
It's like
all open guard.
It's all open guard, right?
If you're talking gi, you can go right into like a spider lasso.
Spider lasso, collar sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like closed guards not necessary to win a world title, right?
Right.
But like
it's there to stall though.
Exactly. It's there to stall.
Yeah.
It's there to someone to get
So
tired.
you can get a breather.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like if you need it, it's there.
Yeah,
but then
that's kind of what I
you
use
trust
it for.
your open guards and I agree.
I do it all the
Yeah,
time.
and then like once I
I don't know what
I'm
that's like.
recovered, then I'll
Always trying to stay on top. If
Once
I get put on my back, I'm a turtle, guys.
I just try to sweep where I just like open my guard again, see what I can do.
Something that really I really kind of stuck with me was the first time I ever went out there to California.
I was gonna ask you how you got hooked up with them in California.
It's gonna be such a long story, and it's kind of like let's dive into it because
Let's do it.
For me it's like it's such a pinnacle point in my career as a full-time jiu-jitsu athlete.
Because that's what you are now. You're full time.
Like I've been full-time since I want to say 2023.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the first time I've like dang, like it's not all on me.
Yeah.
Like I have people around me, like I have Nolan, I have Miles, but 2 of my like main training partners who are doing this with me.
Mm-hmm.
One, Miles, he's 17-year-old kid, he's been doing it since he was 5. So
That sounds familiar.
yeah, right? It sounds familiar. And then I have Nolan, who's been doing it since he was 9.
Jeez.
But now he's a runner-up black belt world title. He's sponsored.
How old is he now?
He's 23. Just turned 23.
Okay. So he's
this
got his
July.
black belt?
Yeah, he got his black belt 2 or 3 years ago. I think 2 years ago.
Wow.
And then but something that Dan told me, from Brea, Trumpet Dan. That's kind of what his screen name is on Reddit. Okay. Trumpet Dan. He's like, he pointed to this blue belt or purple belt. The first month I was there, he was like, real quick, do you think it's easier to pass Rafa Mendes guard, or you think it's gonna be easier to sweep Rafa Mendes? And the person said, I think it would be easier to sweep Rafa Mendes. And he goes, correct, because it's in the day and age we are now, purple belt and above, it's harder to pass the guard than it is to sweep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
that makes a lot of sense.
So Dan's like really big on being the one to be first to the guard. First to the guard, because then you control the tempo of how everything goes, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially if you have a really, really good guard, like you know that especially if they're not like a high level guard passer. Someone like Kellison or maybe like Miles, who is really high level guard passer. Like that's where you're going to start running into problems, right? But if you can get to the guard, you can get to whatever guard you play, collar sleeve lasso or lasso spider, whatever, De La Hiva, you have a higher percentage chance of sweeping them than they do you have passing their guard. As long as you trust in your guard, right?
You trust in your guard, plus like, especially in an IBJJF match, you can hold your guard and let them get all winded trying to do this buzzsaw passing and stuff, and then
once they're gassed,
a minute left, you sweep them, and then you just ride it out.
Oh, right. Get them up on the ad, sweep them easy. But like it's kind of funny that how I've how like my ideas of how sport jiu-jitsu should be played. It's kind of crazy.
Well, it's different for every rule set, right?
Oh yeah,
that's one thing that bugs me about jiu-jitsu is that all these tournaments have different rule sets. Here's Caesar.
Here's your boy, Caesar.
Let's see how he does. Come on, Caesar. I think this is his first major tournament at brown belt. Definitely at brown belt, but I don't think he's done it since blue.
I was gonna say. I think he said
you trained with him early on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because were you at LCCT too?
No, so I actually started an SBG.
Oh yeah,
in Elgin, yes.
Under Paul.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That explains the gi you had on the other night.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that. I'm like, that's weird. I was like, where'd you get that?
Yeah, I had the. So yeah, It's fun. It's kind of so funny because, you have these 3 archetypes, right?
Yeah.
For jiu-jitsu gyms, you have your self-defense gym, you have your MMA gym.
Yep.
And then you have your hardcore sports gym, right?
Yeah.
Because like obviously, if you know SBG, they're just all about.
Oh yeah.
They're
gorillas.
They're gorillas, right? They're all about self-defense.
You weren't there with them in Bartlett, were you?
Yes. Me and my dad were the ones who brought him over to Bartlett.
Oh, really?
So
Joey deals there.
Yeah, Joey took.
That's a great.
Yes.
Great. He's got a great thing going.
Yes, he does have a great thing going. He's kind of, I think, plateaued because I think he's gotten to the point where he can relax a little bit because now he's got the whole get up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because.
Well, he took over that whole building.
The whole building is actually my dad's business.
Is it really?
That was my dad's business, yeah.
So he owned the actual gym with the
Imiwa.
With the yoga.
Yeah,
the yoga?
Yeah.
So my mom, that's funny, this small world, man.
Yes,
my mom lives right down the street from there.
Really?
And when it first
I probably knew your mom. I'm being so honest, I probably know your mom.
Probably not. She's like 75.
But I worked there since it opened.
But she never went in there.
Oh, she never did?
No.
Oh,
so, but I remember when it was a Walgreens.
I was going to say, yeah.
And then they built the Walgreens outside. Mm-hmm. And then they opened, did he just get 2 for the sweep?
Yeah.
Because he was on bottom.
Yeah, I think he got on top.
Why, I see that he's on top. That's pretty observant there, Gabe.
I don't know.
Yes, but I don't know how he got on top. So hopefully he's up by 2 here. They don't have the score, so I don't know. But that's awesome. Good for him.
I remember when I was like 5 or 6 going into that Walgreens. It was kind of a bad Walgreens, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was rough.
I think it was the only Walgreens I actually knew that wasn't standalone.
Yeah.
It was inside that shopping mall.
Well, that's when they started making them standalone.
Oh, right.
Because I think that you're right. I think that was like the last one that didn't become a standalone.
And then it happened.
And then it happened. So your dad opened that place?
So yeah. So it was called the Endorphin Effect, right?
Yeah.
So it was my dad and the yoga teacher Miwa.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of were talking back and forth because my dad was a trainer and Miwa trained at the Park District of South Barrington.
Yeah.
It's called South Barrington Club.
Yeah.
And she was like, she would want to make a facility where she can do everything. She had all these gym memberships too, right? She had a yoga membership. She had an actual gym membership. She had like some type of hip boxing, boxing cardio.
Oh, he's high. Oh, he's got the Troy.
Oh, yes.
He's got Troy. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
No, you're good. No, this is...
Did he just get an advantage? Oh, yeah, probably for the attempted back take, stay on top.
Ooh.
Good job. He's doing really good. Yeah. All right, go on. Sorry.
But yeah, no, she wanted a place where they could bring this all together. All she was missing was just a high-level trainer. And so that's where she inquired my dad, because obviously she knew him through him working classes there, personal training other people. Maybe even her, I can't remember that much. But yeah, and then she was like, Humberto, do you want to open this gym? I don't know where I want to put the gym, but I want to open a gym where I can have all this... Everything in there, right? Because I think it's hard. I think the biggest thing that she told me when she opened it, it's hard to find yoga studios that do more than just yoga.
Most of them either do like just yoga or yogas and Pilates.
Yes, I was gonna say.
But they had like everything there.
Oh,
and then
they had the weight room.
I'm not even like I didn't know.
Inside, there's like 3 yoga rooms, and then there's
I went up
Real
to
MMA.
Paul had a so before Real MMA, Paul had a his gym in Elgin off of I want to say Randall, but it was,
it
was like a V up there.
It was off of McLean.
Yeah,
it was off of McLean, but it was so weird because
it was like behind all this.
It was behind all of it, but it was such a nice building.
Yeah,
it was such
cool.
a big building. He wasn't there, but but you obviously know it was a really big building.
Yeah,
but it was just
hidden.
It was just gone.
Like there's a strip mall, and then they were behind the strip mall, and you would like when he gave us the address to go to this open mat.
Right.
I'm like looking for it in the strip mall and it wasn't there. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
So then I went behind and I saw another building in the parking lot. I was like, oh, okay. So I found it. I didn't know he moved into Bartlett until like probably I'd say a year after he moved in. And then I never got out there to go.
So yeah, it's so funny how this whole thing, like the Bartlett move, as I will call it right now, right? So me and my dad started jiu-jitsu the year right after I graduated, right?
Right.
So I think it was March, sometime in
You guys
March.
started at the same time?
Yeah, we started right at the same time. Because
what year was that?
2019.
2019.
So March of 2019 is when I started jiu-jitsu, when he started jiu-jitsu.
So right before COVID.
Yeah, right before COVID, yeah.
Oh, that kind of explains the timeline too, because you guys moved Paul over there.
Yeah, we moved him.
Yeah.
So it was. So we'll go in like chronological order, right?
Yeah.
So I go there because me and my dad, after I graduated, like I still wanted to grapple because I wanted to wrestle in college, right?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to try to go like walk on at Harper.
Okay.
And
does Harper have a wrestling?
Yeah, they actually do. It's
really?
the only local wrestling.
Because Aurora University does.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
now they probably didn't. Maybe they didn't in 2019. I don't know.
No, they did. They did. It was just that was more of a private college.
Okay.
That was the only reason why I didn't go there.
Yeah, because Harper's a community, right?
Yeah, it was a community / full-time college. But
Okay.
the time in 2019, it was trying to transition to being a full 4-year college, right?
Okay.
And I was like, it's close. Maybe I can talk to like a counselor. Maybe I can like sign up for a few classes just so I can like try practice and try to maybe like walk on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then go from there, you know? Because I was still adamant about doing wrestling. Because even then, like I was in baseball most of my life and all that, so I started doing that, and I remember going there and they told me how much tuition was, and tuition was gonna be like $2,000
College ain't
for
cheap.
like a couple more classes, and I'm like, okay, sounds good, and I walked out there being like, I'm not doing wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure out something else, right? And so
college ain't cheap, man.
oh, college ain't cheap, trust me. So that's why
It's
that's why you
sad.
gotta wrestle hard.
Yeah.
Wrestle hard.
You need a scholarship.
Yeah, you need a scholarship.
That's why you have to wrestle full year, all year round.
Yeah.
You'll wrestle super hard, make it to the States.
Yeah, I just have to win state and then get full ride.
I think it takes more than just winning state, to be honest.
It's so surprising though. So, I did that research for him already.
Did you?
Yeah. So, it's been based on whatever state you go to, obviously, right?
Right.
The more classes you have, going to state isn't as prestigious, right? And so, obviously, being in California, then they have one state program, right?
Right. We have 3.
We have 3, yeah. At least last time I checked, we have 3.
Yeah, still A1, 2, and 3, I think.
Yeah.
So, I saw a statistic, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It might have been like Illinois Madman or something like that. You know, like Izzy just doing Izzy things, just doing his analytics, being like, this is how many people from Illinois got scholarships, XXY, and this is how many Broncos got scholarships or Izzy style.
I mean, that would be interesting because I bet you a lot of his students, regardless, to your point, regardless going to state, probably get some type of scholarship.
100%.
Because I think having like his backing, I'm sure he's helping them.
Oh, for
move
sure.
along, you know.
I
Just
mean,
the name.
Just the name alone.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a guy.
Which is interesting. I don't know. I didn't know it. Obviously, I graduated years before Izzy, but it's funny. Like the people I graduated with, you know, I'm talking back in the mid '90s, right? So, like, I knew some guys that were just stud wrestlers, and they didn't get scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I have one friend that may have gotten a scholarship to Canada. So
crazy.
Yeah. So now. Maybe it's a little bit easier with the whole interwebs and stuff like that.
I think so too. Like it's like kind of crazy, but I do think like I see a lot of people from like Illinois. I feel like I see them a lot, especially the people I follow on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they get a lot of scholarships. I don't know why, maybe because Illinois, in my opinion, and I think I've heard from a lot of different wrestling Instagram heads.
Yeah.
They're like, they do believe, like, I think I saw Steven Meechin.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Illinois is a top 5 wrestling school.
Yeah.
In
Sure.
the nation. And
Sure.
I'm like, I totally believe it. Like,
Yeah. I think
That like I feel like number one would be like not
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Because they
Yeah.
just have so many.
Well,
good wrestlers.
Pennsylvania, Ohio.
Yeah.
I think Ohio's got some really good wrestling. Nebraska used to be. I don't know if they're really high now.
I don't think so. I think it's more switched over to Indiana.
Yeah, I heard Florida's like
Florida's coming up too.
which is funny because like back in 2015, someone would have mentioned Florida wrestling.
I would laugh.
I would laugh because it was like non-existent.
Because I remember when I was in high school from 2014 to 2018. I graduated in 2018, right? The top 5 wrestling schools when I was in high school, I would say was I had to put California because California was a stud back in the day.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of digressed a little
They
bit.
did, yeah.
Just a little bit. Pennsylvania, obviously. New Jersey.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to put
New Jersey's up there. Yeah.
I had to put New York in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then Texas.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
those were the top 5 when
Yeah.
I was in high school. I feel like it's kind of switched. I don't think New York is as big of a wrestling one.
It definitely like rotates.
Yeah,
because
right.
like when I was in high school, I'm not gonna say your age, but when I was in high school, it was definitely Illinois, Iowa, Dan Gable, and Michigan.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? They were huge.
Yeah.
California, you'd put California in there too, and Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Pennsylvania, I'm not even sure Pennsylvania was the thing.
Not
Like
even yet.
everyone looked at Pennsylvania and they thought, "Oh,
State.
you're gonna be like a business owner. You're
Right,
not.
right,
You're not.
right.
Yeah.
You're not
No,
into wrestling. You're
no,
not. You're not
right?
athletic."
Yeah.
But then you
So-
have all these other guys now that are coming out of there. You obviously had Spencer
Yeah.
Lee,
Mhm.
who kind of was at the Young Guns and like has all these guys now. Now you have Jackson Forrest, you have
Bo Bassett.
the Bassett brothers.
But they're Pennsylvania. Well,
PJ Duke.
again, yeah,
PJ Duke.
yeah.
That guy was a stud. I was kind of sad that he beat Yanni.
Yeah.
But then I saw him at the U20 run,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I'm
He's
not that
crazy.
sad.
Yeah.
I'm not that sad anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like so.
It's another
We're
level.
like in such a weird time now where we have high school athletes at that
level.
high level. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like that
'Cause, like-
world class
Yeah.
level, and it's like so
It
crazy.
just wait.
There's,
It's gonna
like,
get.
probably,
It's
like-
gonna get even better.
Yeah, because probably like
It-
back then it was like if you're a college athlete and then there's like a high schooler, it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
easy
that-
match.
When-
Now it's
when-
like
how old were
high
you when you started
schooler.
wrestling?
So this is we're all gonna get
No,
into everything.
we're going all over
We're
the place.
going over the place. So let's keep going. So
And I have a point to this. So like,
oh yeah, I love it.
were you like in middle school or grade school?
So obviously my dad, he wrestled, right?
Yeah.
He wrestled only in high school.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, but the only difference is that my dad went to Morin in downtown
Mhm.
Chicago. He
Mhm.
went to Morin, and he fell in love with the sport.
Yeah.
He became a three or four time
I
state
feel like
qualifier.
I feel like once you do it, you're like
You're hooked.
Yeah.
you're hooked.
Get locked.
And so he went to state 3 or 4 times. And I remember this because I
In
remember
high school, so like sophomore, junior, senior, or freshman, sophomore, junior.
freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Wow,
And 3 out of the 4 he made
Right.
the state.
wow,
Back then, Morton was only 2A.
yeah.
And then they switched over to 3A, I think, for 1 year. Then went back to 2A.
2A.
Yeah, because 3A is like it's the bigger one because it's like all like the bigger schools and stuff.
Yeah.
But it has to do
And
with like the
2A and
numbers.
1A are like private schools and
It
stuff.
has to do with how, like, I think how much you make in
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
area.
that too.
And then
like
it-
Marmion's 3A. They're-
Marmion's
yeah, well they
so-
they
it's so-
moved them up.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
because they were 2A when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They were 2A, and now because now you have all the Christian schools or the Catholic schools, I should
Yeah.
say. They're now all in 3A.
Yeah.
But back then they were all 1A, 2A, because they were small schools.
Yeah.
I wonder what Aurora Christian's going to be because they're just starting.
yeah. they're
Like
coming
this
back.
year, they're getting their.
I mean,
wrestling
they
program.
might be 2 or 3A.
Yeah.
But I would assume 2A because they're just coming back.
I'm gonna assume 1 because 1's the smallest, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
well,
I feel like Aurora Christian's pretty big.
1A's
Well, maybe, but funding wise, and because of
one
the
is your
program.
farm schools and stuff like that, right? Because I remember
Yeah,
in high
that's
school
true.
that's how I tell the freshmen because the freshmen would always ask the upperclassmen. So what's the difference? Because obviously they knew football. But
Right.
obviously there's like 6 A's in football.
Well, everyone does. Yeah, there's 6 A's in football.
Right? So I was like, oh, you got your 1 A's, which is your farm, your Southern Illinois schools.
Yeah.
And you have your 2A, which is your kind of your upper lower class. Maybe that's where your Catholic schools are now going to come in.
Yeah.
And then you have your close to the city suburb schools, 3A. Or your high
Yeah.
money
Right.
Makers.
annuals. Exactly.
So then you started what, in grade school?
So my first experience was when I was like 5 or 4, right?
IKWF?
No, I never made it that far.
Okay.
Wow.
So I only wrestled for like a month, I would say,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and that was pretty good, at least for my child vision.
From what you're remembering.
my memory, right? I just remember I would always go against a kid that was the same height
But you're a
as
guard
me.
player too, right?
Yeah, I'm a
So
guard
you were
player
on
now.
your back during wrestling. So you weren't good.
But it's so funny because
no.
how I remember it is every kid I went against that was like near my same height,
Yeah.
I'd be able to take him down.
Yeah.
No problem at all, right? And then this is where it kind of gets a little bit weird. Because I remember being like, oh, I like wrestling, but like I didn't like going because we would always go at like 7 or 8 at night.
Yeah.
So that was when the IK
that's-
does. It's like
Because that's when the club kids come in.
it's like so
Mhm.
backwards,
Mhm.
backwards to like how like you have like your little leagues and stuff like that because
Yeah.
they try to go like when it's still like
Right.
there's some light out, right?
Right.
And so,
Is he up?
oh no, he's losing. Holy cow!
Wait, is he going right now?
Yeah, he's going right now. Oh,
Is this the finals?
yes, the finals.
What is he down?
He's down 4. He got mounted.
How much time is left?
Minute 40. So there's plenty of time.
He's playing time.
There's no time. No need to go for submissions right away.
No.
But yeah,
Okay.
so
Oh, and Caesar's going here.
oh my
Man.
gosh, there's too many.
Man, this is too much. This is too much. Caesar's in the. I think Caesar's in the semis.
This is the finals.
That's the finals. So. Both important. Both of them
Both
have made the
podium.
podium, so that's
Podium.
good. That's huge.
podium matches
So
right here.
good for them both. Man, training with your dad and Caesar, just getting them ready for this was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh no,
Like, it was a different experience because usually I'm the one getting ready to compete,
right.
and like,
Getting Shark Tank and everything.
yeah, not only getting Shark Tank,
Ooh.
but like just drilling. I love just drilling, and these guys were just on point, ready to drill, ready to go.
Yeah,
It was great.
I think that was a big thing because when I came back from California, I was like, I don't want to do class anymore, right?
Yeah.
I think you can get to a point where you've been with someone so many years. For me, it was Javi and Dennis and Dan, where
You've taken the curriculum like 10 times.
exactly,
You have it down.
and it's got to a point where I didn't really want to take classes much anymore, right?
Right.
And I wanted to do something that was better for me,
Right.
because obviously, my game is all based around sports jiu-jitsu, right? And like that's all I care
Sure,
about. That's
sure.
all I care about.
Yeah.
So at one point, I was just like, I need to get better at what I want to get better at.
Yep.
There's not so many crucifixes I
Yeah.
can do.
and that makes complete sense, you know. All right. So
Uh-oh.
where
We have a minute left. He's got to go. This is a win. This is a win. This
So he's
for
down by 2.
so he has to pass now. He has to
How much
pass.
time? How much
40 seconds. But who?
Don't
who
go down.
Oh no!
Don't do that. Oh my gosh, he fell back
He
for a leg lock.
lost. He lost.
Caesar now is tied 2
Oh wait,
to 2.
he came back. Oh no, never mind. They just traded points here.
They traded.
They just traded 2.
Get that toe hold or something.
No,
No, stay up.
you gotta go toe hold right here. Oh, 20-second
There it
toe
is.
hold.
Get it.
No, he has his
Nope.
hands backwards. Oh, he's gonna go inside toe hold. He's gonna get DQ'd. It's 15 seconds.
I'd get DQ'd.
Oh,
Ah.
no, he lost it.
Yeah.
No,
Come up. That's 2.
no, because he was
Oh, he was up?
right on top player.
Oh.
Oh, he just died for it. That was
Ah, damn. What was it? 8-6.
8-6.
8-6.
So
Second
it
place,
was-
dude.
2.0 away.
Second place at Masters at Brown Belt. That's pretty freaking good.
I mean, for me, he should have won that match.
Sure.
It did personally. I mean, I'm something that I found that's really important is like,
Ah, shit. Caesar just got his guard passed.
this is gonna be a downfall for everyone.
Oh.
Knock on wood.
Well, he's still got that time. He's got
He's
2.5.
got 20 minutes. But
He's down by 2 until they give this guy. Did they give him his points?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, there you guys points.
It should be 5, right?
No, because I think he was on top. And
Yes, Caesar! I like
Oh,
that.
That was good. Now
He's
gotta
hit
go
that
right
on me
away.
a couple times. So he just swept him.
No sweep.
No.
Oh, that's a
that's a
reversal.
reversal.
That's a reversal.
the wrestling mindset.
Yeah, I still think it should be 2.
I don't think so.
Dude, anytime you reverse I don't know.
I
Unless
don't know,
you
roll over.
reverse in the closed guard, I can see that argument. But like he's not in a closed guard; he's in an open guard, and it was never close. So I feel like that could have been points.
I do agree. It just needs to be there needs to be some kickback on it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There should be a specific way how you do it.
Exactly right.
Not just like I'm gonna roll.
But that was a way.
That-
He
no, I-
he literally thumb blocked and stiff armed the dude,
Yeah.
and then sat up from bottom side control at that. So that's not extremely easy
Yeah.
either, but I love when they drag people back to center. It's always the funniest thing.
For the little kids, they basically just pick them up and.
So now he's in this lasso double. I don't even know.
He's in. It looks like he's in lasso, but
He's got his foot across,
He's got a
right?
leg drag.
Yeah.
So leg drag lasso, which is obviously probably more favorable for the top player.
He likes to
Brown
play
player,
that.
I mean.
Yeah.
He likes to play that.
I was working lasso and worm guard.
Oh, this
So-
guy, worm guard.
Yeah. You know what though?
Staller.
Everybody was doing it.
Everybody was doing it.
All these kids
So-
at Kids Pans were doing it.
Yeah.
They were playing worm guard. They were trying to do bolos. They were trying to play lasso. That's why I was asking you like when did you start wrestling?
Mhm.
We were talking about like how things are getting better. People are getting better and better at younger ages.
I think
because they're starting younger.
More
And
techniques.
like these 7-year-olds were doing freaking barambolos.
I think we're gonna get to an age pretty soon, where
The 18-year-olds take over.
like
Well,
to
they
an
kinda
extent,
do.
I like
Oh come on, Caesar!
how I see it is.
Did he just go for a knee bar?
I think he's gonna try to toe hold the leg that he has in between his hands right now.
Oh, he's got to do something.
Yeah, he's got to toe hold
like
right here.
15
He's
seconds
gotta
left.
toe
He's got 15 seconds. He doesn't have it though.
No, he doesn't have
It's too
it.
far away.
Ah.
Damn.
But I think we're gonna start. I think we're getting to an age where
Move.
jiu-jitsu is gonna get a little bit Americanized.
Totally.
Where if you
Totally.
don't start young enough, you're never gonna catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be nogi.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no-gi. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like drilling with your dad and Caesar, getting them ready for this.
Yeah.
Made me fall back in love with the gi.
Yeah.
Like I haven't put a gi on in a long time, and when they said they were gonna do it and I wasn't gonna able to go, I was like, let's drill. Whatever you want.
Right.
So I put my gi back on, and then I haven't done a no-gi class in them since.
That's so crazy.
So.
I-
But it's kind of
No,
funny.
that's not true. You've done no-gi classes.
Oh, that's right. I did do. Well, I've done open mats. I did. I guess one last night. So.
Yeah.
But Masters is going on. They're gone.
What's so crazy is like the comparison from here to California.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, I knew like I really liked the gi, right?
Yeah.
But like I didn't realize how much people still do the gi in California.
Do they do more gi out there?
More gi for sure.
So I've been having this conversation with John Thomas, the
Yes.
founder of Tap Cancer Out,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep telling him, I was like, dude, you should do no gi. Change some things over to no gi, and
Right.
like I'm not the only one. There's been other people that have been mentioning it to him,
Mhm.
and I said you should do it in the Midwest because I feel like the Midwest is where everyone's just transitioning to
Yeah.
no gi.
Yeah, everyone's transitioning no gi over here.
I thought California was too.
No, not as much as you think.
Dude, usually California is like on the bleeding curve of all
everything, right?
everything, you know.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy that the gi is really alive out there. I go to a lot of different places where the gi is obviously so alive. Sektor, which is obviously where I mainly train at. It's my whole gym now.
Mm-hmm.
I think every class is gi.
Yeah.
They used to have 2 no gi classes that Nolan teach, but Nolan does not like the gi. Or no,
Is he like the only one?
No. He
doesn't like no-gi?
He doesn't like no gi. Sorry.
Okay.
Because his coach Dan,
Mm-hmm.
he says, this is the joke. He says whenever you see like anyone in no gi, he goes, you guys need to go to church tomorrow. Because you guys are sinners.
You guys are sinners.
You guys should only
Traditionalists.
do the gi.
Traditionalists.
You guys should only do the gi. No gi isn't a real sport.
I mean, So-
I understand that too, because like no-gi, I just get annoyed with it sometimes, because like especially if like they
you get annoyed
really,
with no gi?
Yeah, because like if they get really sweaty, like I grab onto them and it just
Yeah.
slips off, and I just can't get a grip.
Yeah.
But I also get annoyed with gi because I get like rash and gi burns and stuff. So.
Well, it slows you down. I think.
Yeah.
I think gi slows the game down.
you gotta think a little bit.
Yeah. And
Smarter.
dealing with grips is a problem.
Yeah.
It's a real issue.
Yeah.
I think I explained it probably one of the best ways I've ever explained it to it, like as a jiu-jitsu athlete. It's like I like gi. gi's fun because there's so much you can do in the gi, right?
Because it's like no gi, but there's more stuff to do.
Exactly. And I'm like, I really like no gi too because I think no gi is just easier to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't have to think as much.
It's more
scramble.
I agree.
It's
more scramble.
It's like
wrestling.
freestyle and
so
Greco.
if you have a wrestling background, no gi is where you're going to levitate.
Exactly.
But the funny thing to me is that I have a wrestling background, but I really do like the gi more.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So
I think it brings a different element that you have to worry about, right?
Yeah.
I think Mighty Mouse said it best. It's something that I never really done. Right. Because he's like, I've done the MMA. If I would just go and do no-gi worlds, it just feel like I'm just doing another MMA fight.
Yeah.
And I think he said at a podcast, he's like, I don't want to do another MMA fight. I want to do something different because I'm done with that part of my life, right?
I wonder if he's doing Masters.
He's in Masters too, yeah.
Is he doing it this year? You know?
Yeah. He's fighting the same guy he fought last year.
Oh, right.
In the first round.
Because he took silver last year, right?
No.
He won the whole thing?
He lost in the second or third round.
Oh, really?
It's when you're talking about his brown belt.
I was there for his brown belt one. Yeah. That was amazing.
No, he's crazy, right?
Dude, that guy, his coach, he'd come over and everyone was trying to loop choke him, and because obviously the gi was new to him,
right?
And he'd come over and talk to his coaches between matches, and I was right next to his coaches. His coaches would tell him, "Okay, this is what you need to do: either break the grip or circle your neck around to get to get out of it." And he's like, "Okay, got it." And like, conversation was probably like 10, 15 seconds. He takes a sip of water and then goes right back, and he's ready to go.
It's the MMA mindset.
Well, it is, and that's what his coaches said. I was like, dude, it's amazing how like he just downloads the matrix like that. And he's like, well, if you think about it, these matches are 5 minutes, and he gets 5 minutes in between.
Yeah.
He goes, he's used to 5 minutes and then
1 minute,
a minute in between.
5 minutes.
So a whole 5 minutes, he's resetting his whole system. He like rebooted.
100%.
I was like, that makes a lot of sense because his conditioning is just, and he doesn't stop moving.
No, it's crazy. No. I think what he runs into, and obviously a lot of Masters competitors I run into, is just the younger starting jiu-jitsu. It's like such a weird thing because it almost becomes like a pro-am. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We'll put my dad, because obviously he has the hardest thing he's gonna have to worry about when he gets the black belt, which is obviously not this year. I told him, like, this is your year. Like, you're on such a hot streak.
Oh, dude, I still think I've rolled with him. He's like, he's black belt level.
Yeah, he's 100% black belt.
And to be fair, I feel like when you're a brown belt and you're like a year into your brown belt, you're a black belt.
Oh, that's why there's so many brown belts who get promoted after 1 year.
Yeah.
It's such a
normal thing. It's such a fast pace. Like, you can even argue, like, as soon as you get your brown belt, 2 weeks later you can get your black belt. I've seen some guys that are just amazing.
Brown belt is kind of like not even like a belt that really.
No, it's
you don't have much.
It's a transition belt.
It's just a transition belt.
It's just there.
The only belt that you really have the most growth in is purple for me.
Yeah.
Personally, like,
I agree.
Like you, like, I've been a purple belt for going on 3 years now. I feel like I've done so much growth in that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like my second white belt. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good way to put it. I had a coach one time tell me that purple belts are like the teenagers of jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they think they know everything, but they really don't. But I'm like, I don't know, because I've met, like you, for instance, I've met a lot of purple belts that not only do they know what they're doing, they could teach a class. And if you could teach a class, you're pretty high level,
there, right?
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing.
No, it's not the same for every purple belt.
No,
but then again, it's not the same for every white belt or blue belt.
Exactly.
You know,
I've
met some black belts that I would question it.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Trust me, yeah. You run into those, right? And you're just like, like teaching's not for everyone, right?
Yeah, and that's true. The teaching is not for everyone. I met some black belts that are very, very technical, but they can't teach it. They just do it.
You know? Right?
And there's nothing wrong with. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. You just stay in your lane, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're good at jiu-jitsu. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, you're good at jiu-jitsu.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So circling back. To your trip to Cali.
Yeah.
How did you meet these guys?
So, I have a friend who started at 3D, the gym I used to coach, train, do all that stuff at, right? He was with us for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I can't put an exact date on it, but he came in originally for the Muay Thai. Started doing the Muay Thai, right? We started a Saturday invite-only sparring session. So that's the only time you could spar, because back then we didn't do sparring inside our normal class. It was just mostly pads. And
for
like
Muay Thai?
cardio, and cardio kickboxing type of stuff.
Well, that kind of makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Not too many people are going to stick around when you're punching them in the face.
Oh, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So invite-only sparring. And so it was MMA sparring. It wasn't Muay Thai sparring, so you didn't have to worry about all this stuff. Get knocked down and then just staying there and then coming up. So his name's Carl. And he's like one of my best friends out there, straight up, because he's the one who, the first time I went out there, he let me stay with him. So he went to our gym, was only doing Muay Thai. He got taken down. And I'm like, Carl, all that Muay Thai, where's it gone now? Where's all that gone?
You're on the ground. What you gonna do?
I remember him just smiling. I'm like, I think I remember telling him, like, you're just dead. Like, you're dead right here. Like, you can't do anything. Exactly, right? And so then he started doing jiu-jitsu. He got the jiu-jitsu bug. And then that's when we added him onto our travel thing. Yeah. He didn't compete. Like, he didn't want to compete, but he just wanted to be around and travel.
It.
He enjoyed it, right?
Yeah. I know people like that.
Exactly. So he started coming around with us, and then he decided to go back to California because he was missing all his friends and family and all that. And so he went back. And so then the point I was going to go to California to visit, right? Yeah. I was kind of in a weird part of, like, my career, I guess you would say. Because I was, like, I was losing matches. I was just out of it. And, like, right around then, I was, like, thinking about, like, where do I need to cross-train, right? Like, where do I need to leave 3D? Do I need to do this? Do blah, 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 right? Like, I have all these questions. Like, at this point, I don't even know if I'm doing jiu-jitsu that's right for me. Right. You know what I mean? Like the jiu-jitsu I like to do. And so Javi's like, all right, we're going to send you to California. Carl says he can stay with you. And this is like right after Euros, right? I got back from Euros, didn't have a good response.
I want to talk about Euros too, man. That's on my bucket list.
Dude, it's such a fun trip every time we go. Yeah. It does not miss. You know, it's just fun every time you go. You just can't miss it. But I come back from Euros, wasn't happy. I lost in the first round. I'm like, fuck. And then he's like, all right, we're going to send you to California. Where do you want to train? I'm like, what do you mean? Where do you want me to train? Like, he's like, just pick a place, pay for the month, say you're just visiting, figure something out, blah, 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 blah. And so
he helped you finance it and everything?
Yeah. So the gym financed it for me. That's great. Blah, 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 blah. I go out there, and the gym I chose, and the gym that I loved for such a long time. Like, this was the first gym that I saw, and I was like, that's where I want to be, right? It was AOJ.
I was going to say, AOJ is like, that was my first thought. It's like, if somebody said, hey, we're going to send you to Cali, and you can go train at any gym, it was either Atos or AOJ, and more than likely it was going to be AOJ.
Yeah, so AOJ in Costa Mesa, right? So I go there, and they paid for the whole month for me.
That's cool.
Very blessed, so thankful for that opportunity. But it's like, one of my buddies in California, he's like, he asked how it was and all that, and I'm like, and then he hits me with this one quote. I'm like, that's the best way you can explain it. He's like, never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I think it would have been a different experience if I just did one class and left, right? I would have been, like, itching for more. But since I had a whole month, I went there, like, a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And the more and more and more, I felt like I was just alone. Yeah. Like, the more I went to the 6 a.m., stayed for pro training at 7:30, and then did the 8:30 class, and then left. And I'm like, this really isn't it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's high level. Like, you have world champions.
I was going to say,
you have world champions just training the other side of the mat. Yeah. For me, I trained with a lot of juvenile blue belts, world champions. Mm-hmm. So, like, nothing that I didn't like, you know. Right. Like, I'm training with the best juveniles. Tough rounds, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're tough. I'm beating them just maybe because I have a little more man strength than them. Right. But it's still good rounds with them. Like, I'm getting good rounds, and then when I go against the higher level blue belts, maybe sometimes I'll run to a pro belt. Like, it was still a good round. Yeah. It just the way it felt, you know, like, it was very culty, very, like, you had to know someone there to feel
very click-like.
Yeah,
right?
very click-like.
Like, they're not welcoming of new people.
Yeah, like I don't think I had a real conversation with Guy. You know, Guy or Tynan. The only person I really talked to was newly black belt Mateo.
I wonder if they're like introverts in a way, you know?
Maybe.
Not necessarily like we're not accepting the outsiders type thing, but like
they're just scared to approach you.
Or they just maybe they're, or I mean it could go either way, right? Maybe they're like they're nervous about meeting new people, or maybe they're like, I'm too good to meet new people. I don't need to deal with you because you've only been here for a month.
That's kind of how I felt.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of was like a.
I've seen those places. I think I was like that for a little bit. Like there was a time when I was at Carlson Gracie that like a new person would start, and I literally probably wouldn't talk to them for the first month or two,
right?
Because we had so many people come in and leave that I was like, I don't want to. Like,
waste my time with you.
Not necessarily waste my time, but I guess waste my time trying to mentor you, get you up to speed when you're just gonna leave in like a week or two,
right?
Yeah.
But
and all
like
that conversation for nothing.
Yeah,
exactly, right. But like it was kind of like funny because like none of like the lower belts were like they were nice. Like if I rolled with any of them, they'd be like, "What's your name?" Blah blah blah. I'm this person. Blah blah blah. And they were nice, but like whenever like when pro training happened, you were kind of stuck to the groups that you knew. So like for me, like
so there's like those little pockets.
These little pockets, right? So I wasn't allowed to train with any of the black belts, any of the brown belts.
Oh really?
Because I didn't know anyone, right?
Interesting.
That sucks.
So like
how are you supposed to get to know them?
That's like the hardest part, right? So like I only met this one person. His name's Pan. He's from I'm gonna mess it up. I think he's from Guam or Panama, right? The only person I talked to. Literally the only person. And then this other person named Gabe, but I only met him once. And then he didn't really come to the morning classes.
I was going to say, what if you were in a class, you meet, let's say you meet Gabe, right? And you met him at 6 o'clock. And it was just because random he was there that one time. And then the next time he's not there. Then next time you show up.
Oh, trust me. It happened every time. Until like I kind of got really close to Pan. And he was doing the same exact thing that I was doing. But on such a higher grade, right?
Yeah.
Because he was traveling all the way from, I always think it's Guam or
either way,
Panama, whatever. But
another country.
Their country on the other side of the world. His gym sponsored him to come here, live, and pay for the membership. All right, all of it covered under their dime. And I was like, bro, like, it was kind of funny that I met him, right? And I got closer to him.
Yeah.
And it was just so crazy. But then, kind of cycling back, but I didn't like AOJ that much. But like I liked the technique, I just didn't like the atmosphere. And meanwhile, my friend Carl, he was training at Sektor under Sean Roberts, and I'm like, I know Sean Roberts, brown belt Kumite, right?
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. And I didn't watch the brown belt Kumite until kind of the months leading into Euros. Nogi Worlds, because we went over this little segment about the calf slicer he does and all that. Yeah. And so Howie went over that in class, and then I'm like, you know what? I gotta sit down and watch this brown belt Kumite. Probably one of the funniest things to watch. Not because of the jiu-jitsu that was in it, just all the controversy in the blue belt, the brown belt Kumite. It's just controversy. It was true reality TV.
That was a long time ago, though, wasn't it?
Like, I think 11.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah. So that was like DVDs.
Right? DVDs, Blu-ray.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was so funny because I was there for 4 weeks, right? Leading into Pans. So it kind of became like a Pans camp for me.
No gi pans?
No, gi pans.
Gi pans?
Gi pans. Because it was right after Euros.
Okay, got it.
So
I always forget that Euros is like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, right.
And then gi pans is like
it's like
right after that.
It's like a month and a half.
Yeah.
It's like quick. And then Brasileiros takes forever to show up. It's like 2 months, I feel like. And Brasileiros there, and then Brasileiros is like a month and a half till Worlds.
So you're gonna try and do all those next year?
Maybe not Brasileiros. Just because that's always an expensive trip. That's actually more expensive to fly to Europe.
Yeah.
To go to Brazil, it's $1,000. At least this year it was.
Really?
And then to fly to Lisbon just this last year was only $600 per person.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
So yeah,
that's like a flight to Vegas from here.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
Or even a flight to California is around $600
Yeah.
if you're gonna book it. Kind
is
of
that
like
round trip?
Round trip, $600.
Damn, that's pretty good.
But yeah, so it was $600 to go to Lisbon, $1,000 to Brasileiro, because we were talking about if Humberto wanted to try to Grand Slam this year. And obviously,
that would be cool.
He didn't do it because the $1,000 was just a big old shy away.
Sure.
But now because Nolan, Nolan.
That's also on my bucket list, by the way.
Yeah, Nolan's half Brazilian, right?
Yeah.
And he has family in a different state in Brazil.
Okay.
But that's like 4 or 5 hours from Sao Paulo,
Oh,
which
wow.
is where
Brasileiros
is. So maybe next year I'll go with Nolan.
So 2026?
2026, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But nothing set in stone. But yeah, going back to it all. So I remember it so vividly. So I was training at Sektor, AOJ, and Brea.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an LA Open. And my buddy Miles, who is one of Carl's like family friend, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think of him as just family. So I go to LA. I lose in the second round in the gi, and I win no gi the next day. So like that part was so much fun.
Yeah.
But on the Saturday in gi, Nolan just literally says out of nowhere, he's like, "Jonah, you should just move here." And I'm like, dude, that was so
like
so
in
random.
a joking way.
In a joking way, but also if you know Nolan, he kind of just says stuff sometimes, and that's how he's just feeling that moment in time, right? He just sometimes just blurts some stuff out, and I'm like, okay, Nolan, but yeah, he just goes, "You should just move here," right? And I'm like, you're funny, Nolan. Like, how am I gonna where am I gonna live, right? Like, I don't think you want me to live in your house. I don't think Miles wants to live, and I'm like, I can't live in Carl's house because Carl lives with him and his girlfriend, and then he rooms also with his brother and his girlfriend, and now he has his nephews who just came over from the Philippines, trying to start a new life here in America.
Wow.
So like a lot of stuff.
So he's got a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on in that house.
Last thing he needs is you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Some jiu-jitsu bum, right? And so I kind of like put it on the back burner, right? Monday goes around, everyone's thanking me because I won no-gi, LA, and I was like super stoked about that because obviously I was in a little drought where I didn't know if I was gonna like be good at jiu-jitsu anymore. And I was like, that's such a crazy thought because like I felt like
I think a lot of
people get that like,
very good.
And not just competitors either. I think non-competitors. You know, we talk about him and I talk about like peaks and valleys all the time,
right?
With just grappling in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I get it.
I think that was my purple belt plateau.
Yeah.
I feel like you have all these these little things, right? You have the purple belt plateau, you have blue belt blues, and like I think I went through my purple belt plateau right there.
Yeah.
It just lasted longer than I want to.
Sure.
But then I come back Monday, class kind of ends, and then Sean's walking out, right? He's walking from his desk, which is right here, to like the exit, and that's like a 100-foot walk, right?
Yeah.
He goes, "Joe, you should just move here."
So that's twice.
And I'm like, bro, like, I'm laughing at this point because I have Nolan, who hasn't won Pans yet. He ends up winning Pans at the end of the month, which I'm like, bro, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
He goes to Brasileiros, runner up to Eric Muniz, the pound for pound guy.
Yeah.
And then obviously just this last Worlds, runner up to Eric again. So Nolan's the guy and then Sean tells me that, and I'm like, I kind of have to go like out of the box. I'm like third person myself. I'm like, Jonah, you just literally got told by Sean Roberts. You should move here. Like, what do you say to that, right?
Yeah.
And so I kind of, again, I put it on the back burner. I'm like, bro, like, I like in my head, I'm like, I can't. I got no place to live. I have no income. Blah 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 blah. I have a place to live in Illinois.
Right.
And I have an income in Illinois. I'm like,
right.
I really just can't like just take this risk.
It's a leap of faith, man.
Yeah.
And so I take another week off, or not another week off. Another week goes by, and I have one more week until Pan starts, right?
And you're out there the whole time.
Yeah, I'm out there the whole time. Sean just goes, Jonah, you can just live here. I'm like, what do you mean? I'll find you a place to live. Just come out here, live, and then we'll figure it out. We'll get you a job, whatever it takes. You can live in the gym, right? So that all happens.
Gym have a shower?
Gym has a shower.
That's
Gym has a shower. Gym has air conditioning. Gym has water. Gym has a bathroom. And I'm like, well, place of living just got shot out of the air, and now I just have to make an income? Damn, that sounds pretty easy, right? And I'm like...
Is it easy to find a job in California?
Oh, it's surprisingly easy, bro.
Yeah?
Like, it's easier to get a job out there than it is here, I feel.
That makes sense. There's not a lot of jobs out here.
And like, it didn't make sense to me until, like, I obviously lived there for a month, and there's just so many people there, right?
There's a ton of people.
I didn't realize how many people could get fit in this, like, town, valley area.
Oh, yeah.
But there's so many people there that makes so much more sense why there's so many jobs, right?
yes and no. I mean, you can oversaturate that too.
Right.
You know, and I think because a lot of corporations, well, they were. I think they're trying to reverse that now, but they were sending people to work remote, so it's easier.
Right.
Plus, I mean, they don't have to if they're working remote, they don't have to work for that state.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, they can be anywhere.
Yeah.
Like a buddy of mine, he works for this pallet company.
Mm-hmm.
He just has to log on the hours here.
Yeah.
But like he's so known to go overseas and live there for like a couple months because he's all online,
Sure.
right? So like all he would have to do is just log in at 12.
12.
And then work.
He works overnight.
And works until the night.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, that sounds like the best job. You work a second shift.
Yeah.
And you make actual good money.
Yeah, and you can go anywhere you want.
Exactly.
So I know people that, you know, a lot of like data analysts.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have like campers and RVs and stuff, and as long as they have an access point and they can do their job, they'll be anywhere they want.
So crazy, right? But yeah, so Sean just hits me with that. Boom, like a big old slap in my face. Like, wake up, bro. Like
either you want to do it or you don't.
Exactly. That's exactly kind of what I said. And so I go to Pans, and then in my head I'm like, fuck, like this isn't a conversation I have to have of work.
Right.
AK isn't a conversation I have to tell Javi yet.
Yeah.
Because this has to work where my family feels like this is a good opportunity for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sure you talked it over with your dad.
Yeah, I talked it over with my dad. Well, because so this is where my dad is just an all-seeing guy, right? Like
Sure.
He's just
He's
like,
pretty down to earth too.
Yeah. He told Carl, my buddy that I'm living with, while I'm out here the first month before I come back, he's like, Jonah's just gonna live there. And then,
once he goes.
Yeah, he goes, Jonah, he's gonna figure out how much he likes it there, and he's just gonna live in California.
Yeah.
And that's what he told Carl. And I was telling everyone, I'm like, I'll be back. It's just gonna be me, like I'm gonna go visit a high level gym, bring it back, and it's just gonna be everything's gonna be the same, right?
Right.
And my dad already knew it from the start.
Yeah.
I was gonna live there.
Well, you got to think about, and I'm kind of in your dad's boat too, right? Like, if he said he's going to go to California because he wants to study like grappling, right? And there's like high level grapplers out there, or say he wanted to go to Pennsylvania, not to go to school, but to study more grappling or something, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that, and he's like, I'm going to go for a month. And I'm like, okay. In back of my mind, I'm like, he's not coming back.
Exactly, right?
You know, you don't. It's like I'm a huge Buffalo Bills fan.
Right.
You're a Bills fan.
Yeah.
So, and I've been to Buffalo many, many times. There's not a lot to do in Buffalo.
No.
So when I hear like, hey, somebody is going to visit the Buffalo Bills, you're not going to visit the Buffalo Bills just to visit to say hi.
No.
You're there.
Yeah, you're there.
You're not going to Buffalo for no reason.
No, he's going there for something.
You're not going for a quick visit. You're stuck there. You're signing a piece of paper. You're signing a piece of paper.
Snows, you're stuck, right?
Yeah, they keep you in there.
Well, there's that too.
But yeah, so yeah. I had Sean Roberts tell me I can literally live in the gym if need be, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much like saying, hey, dude,
just
we want you to stay and we're going to do everything we can to keep you here.
So my dad was like, he kind of just chuckled to him. So he's like, why aren't you doing to do it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I basically told him like, there's probably no real reason why I shouldn't go unless someone else says something, right?
Yeah.
Or I get an opportunity where I just cannot deny it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? So I bring it to my mom, and my mom goes, oh, you should do that. Like you have to do this.
So she was on board with it.
She was on board with it too, and I'm like, holy cow. Like,
yeah, so then
it was a done deal at that point, right? So literally, then I brought it to obviously my coaches, my bosses, 3D, and they were like, okay, yeah, we knew, and they jokingly say, oh, it was Plan C, and I'm just like, hold up, what was Plan A and what's Plan B?
That's true. What is it? I mean,
but like it was truly. It was truly like they gave back in a way, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I felt for the longest time I was going to be stuck at 3D, and I was going to be stuck there until either I opened a gym or I figured out something better.
Yeah, so what's your goal in jiu-jitsu? Is to what? Just be an athlete?
For me, personally, I want to do as much as I can, because obviously I'm in a similar boat as Ruben Cobrinha was.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to be, and I had a similar goal. He wanted to be a professional soccer player in Brazil, and they ended up going wherever he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I wanted to go to college and try to go pro in baseball.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got stuck at 5'5", And ain't no way someone's drafting a 5'5" catcher.
No. you probably had a better luck playing basketball.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Deep three.
Yeah.
But yeah, so literally I started jiu-jitsu when I was 19, went full-time at 23. Probably not the same as Cobrinha, but then Cobrinha didn't win any world titles until he was a black belt.
Mm-hmm.
And he only got his black belt when he was like 26 or 27.
Right.
And so I'm like in a similar boat where I'm kind of like all or nothing, and then when I'm done being all or nothing, whatever I learn and like my experiences, take that back and become a gym owner.
Yeah.
And then give back however I can. Because what Sean did to me, give me an opportunity to live in California, in the mecca of just, we're not even talking about like just North Cal, we're talking about Southern California.
Yeah. There's a lot of big name gyms out there.
It's like so crazy. Yeah. But like for me to give back when I'm done doing this athlete journey. Yeah. Like when this chapter ends in my life. Yeah. So because I think I gave myself a pretty good number. I think until the age of 35, I'm gonna try to do this as much as I can. And after 35, take a 5-year break, or maybe never compete again. I'm not 100% sure yet. Mm-hmm. 5-year to get my school to where I feel comfortable, where I can be like, purple belt, go teach class. I trust you. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Like, it has to get to that point. Because then I see Sean. Sean's very successful. He has, I feel like 6 or 7 sectors. Oh, yeah? But he just has an affiliation so big. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's so nice. But, like,
he could just sit back and let a black belt teach if he wanted to.
If he wanted to. But Sean likes to teach. And, like, Sean, you can ask him about anything. He'll be like, oh, yeah, you do that from there, this and this. And then you're just like, holy cow, Sean, that was like...
It's good to have those coaches.
Yeah, right?
I feel like Aaron's like that.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron's very much like, I'll pick his brain and be like, hey, what do I keep getting caught in this. And he's like, oh, just do this, this, and this. Right. And you're out. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, shit. It's usually something... I'm so dumb enough that it's usually the obvious, you know, so...
right, it usually is the obvious, right?
Yeah, you look at it and be like, why didn't I just think of that? Because that makes complete sense.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
but yeah, so it's like, so that all happens, right? I go to Pans, tell my parents that we're gonna do this, man. We're gonna see how far this goes and where this ends, you know? Yeah. And so we drove there, 14 hours to Denver, 10 hours to Las Vegas.
Backflipping all the way.
Until I got tired and I was like, dude, I'm done.
Backflips.
And then you had the 4-hour drive from Las Vegas to
the border, right?
To Fontana, California, because
it's like literally on the other side of the mountains, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. So because of Denver to Las Vegas, that's the funnest trip. Yeah. And then from Las Vegas to we'll say LA, because we're around LA there. We'll kind of do the Chicago thing. Yeah. We're going to Chicago, but we're not really in
Chicagoland, LA land.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hollywood.
And that one's just you going up these big old mountains, but they're not mountains. They're just big old hills. Mm-hmm. But obviously because of the desert, they're mountains. Yeah. Right. And you're just going down, and you're going down 45 degrees.
Is there anything to see other than the mountains? Do you see gas stations? That would, I always see these pictures of these roads that are in the middle of the desert.
So you do run into the gas stations?
Yeah.
But they're just so run down.
Yeah, but there's gas there.
Oh no, trust me.
The last thing I would want is have no gas.
My biggest fear was that it was running out of gas, and I was like, Mom, I need to buy a jerry can or something, because the worst thing I wanted to do is be stuck in between California and Las Vegas, where it's the driest. Yep. And having to walk to a hotline. Yeah. Because they have those everywhere. Yeah. Where they have the hotline boxes.
Yeah. I was gonna say they're not payphones, because
you're just calling for help. Your help hotline.
Right.
So you have those scattered every half a mile, maybe to a mile.
That would suck.
And so so I always had a jerry can on me with all the stuff I needed to live there. Yeah. Plus my girlfriend in the passenger seat. So I'm like, we just gotta make it there. And when I heard that Las Vegas to where we were staying was only 4 hours, I was like, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
That's okay.
So did that. Blah blah blah.
And being so close to Vegas, a lot of big jiu-jitsu events happen in Vegas.
Oh, it's
this weekend. Yeah. Jiu-Jitsu Con, Masters. You have Craig Jones Invitational.
Biggest thing right now.
Yep. They do ADCC there. Mm-hmm. So
it's huge.
It's huge.
And I think I didn't realize how much that was a luxury living in California, because literally American National was in Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
right.
And we just drove there.
Yeah.
That was so much different from paying
crazy.
like $200, right?
Yeah, it's
I
like,
feel like
okay, now I got to fly there and pay for the tournament.
I feel like IBJJF has their biggest events in Vegas.
Right.
Minus, I think, Nogi Pans is in New York this year.
Yeah, New York, and then Pans is in Florida, which Pans is usually the biggest
right.
adult tournament or tournament in general.
Right, right. But Worlds is usually, Worlds is in California now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were having it in Vegas for a little bit, weren't they? Or did they do that in Dallas?
They did Nogi Worlds in Dallas for a little bit, and then they switched to Las Vegas.
They switched it to Vegas, yeah.
Because Nogi Worlds was originally in Anaheim, in the Anaheim Convention Center.
In the pyramid thing.
No, not the pyramid. The Anaheim. It's where we had Worlds in 2020.
I thought it was another pyramid.
No, it wasn't another pyramid. It was like a. I don't remember what it's called, but it's where Mikey and Bruno fought for the last time there. Before they brought it back to the pyramid, of course. But then the pyramid now is the place to be. But
that's another one that's on my bucket list to go there.
The pyramid.
Yeah.
The pyramid's nice. It's not my favorite.
I heard it's not the greatest, but it's something cool.
It's energy.
Yeah.
It's similar to Chicago, where we had it at the university.
Dude, that was scary to get into.
Yeah, it was scary too.
So that was...
That was a weird.
I'm glad they moved it. To be honest.
Oh no,
it was a cool setup.
Yeah.
You know, because like everyone's in a pit, but definitely not the easiest to get to.
Oh, definitely not, right?
So.
But no, the pyramid's nice. Compete at the pyramid. I think I've fought at the pyramid 4 times. I think it's gone. I've kind of gotten over it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think we're getting to a point where I think we have to move past the pyramid.
Yeah.
We have to move to a bigger venue. Because this year at Worlds was kind of like the first time I ever seen like Worlds packed.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the Worlds I've been to, they weren't as packed as that one.
I wonder if the gi is coming back.
Gi is coming back. I'm telling you.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Wait.
I hear that it's dying, and then it's like it's coming back, and then it's dying.
I feel like out here it is dying.
It's dead here.
It's
It's dead here.
It's like
California. If you come to California, you'd be so surprised.
Yeah.
The gi is thriving.
Interesting.
Thriving.
That's so funny to me. But
It's
maybe
so funny,
it's because
right?
they don't wrestle that much. Right?
No.
Well, we're in the Midwest where like everything's like
Everything's
wrestling.
everything, right?
So, what about like super fights? Being a professional jiu-jitsu athlete,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of super fights, a lot of things like, I mean, I would think bigger if I'm no pressure.
Right.
I would think beyond IBJJF. I'd be looking to like, how do I get paid and sponsors and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So like, I know like UFC's got their thing going.
On.
I don't know if I would necessarily go there. The rule set's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I agree with Craig Jones in a way. Like, don't get locked down to just one.
I agree.
Just UFC. I'd rather be like, all right, I'm gonna fight at who's number one. Then I'm gonna go do
CGI or
CGI. Then I'm gonna go do whatever else. Right.
Yeah.
I'll go to
ADCC.
There's one that they just did.
Abu Dhabi Grappling Club.
Yeah.
AJJP.
Yeah, and then there's what is it, Kasai?
Oh, Kasai. That might start come back, but who knows? I wish Kasai comes back. I think that was a really good rule set.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now, as someone who's now a little bit older in the game, when Kasai is now I guess you could say now Kasai's an old one.
Sure.
I think Kasai could make actually a really good comeback.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because, like, we're all three, like, we're in a different point in their jiu-jitsu career, right?
Yeah, like, he's just kind of, even though he's been doing it for a while, he's still young.
Yeah,
he's
right.
Just getting going.
Like, I feel like Gabe is about to, like, because, let's be honest, like, not everyone's going to be like an Ikiro, right?
No.
Like, not everyone's, like,
yeah,
live and die by this, right?
Right.
But, like, I feel like it starts to get real serious right when you start getting around Juvenile, right? Juvenile Blue.
Yeah.
And then
I would agree, man.
Right.
I think that's why you have your blue belt blues where people just quit because it gets hard, and then they're like, I can't hang with the best like I used to, so I'm done.
Yeah, we have someone who's right about to hit the start of their real journey, Gabe, right? Mm-hmm. You have someone who's kind of like halfway through it, but not yet to the end of it, and then you have someone who's kind of just watching it all, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's kind of funny that we have all three like representing,
Yeah, you're right because like, you're talking like being done at 34.
Right.
I didn't even start jiu-jitsu until I was 37.
Right.
And like you say 34, and I'm like, dude, that's your peak. Don't stop.
No,
at 34. Keep going. Go until you're 40, and then
then
look
think
at it.
about it.
Then look at it, and you still have like, let's say you open a gym at 39, 38.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's when you're going to start winding. That's
Yeah,
when you realistically probably start winding down.
Like I did the research. 35 is when you hit your absolute peak.
Dude,
That's where everything's gonna like max out.
I've been saying for a while that, and mostly because I started at 37.
Right.
So, and that was Master 2. Looking back at it, being a Master 4 now, almost done with my Master 4.
Right.
I look at it and I think, I feel I've gone against adults, and I've gone in adult divisions as a Master 2, and I did pretty well. But like, I feel like Master 2s is the peak for male.
Oh, I think so
that
too.
age range is like,
I think
that's what it is.
That Masters 1, the Masters 2, you have a lot of these athletes that, I mean, like, for instance, you have the Meows. Like,
yeah, dude, those guys.
Like, those guys have really no business being in Masters 1. Except for when the adult competitors finish their gi season to do Masters World. That's the only time they should really ever meet.
Right.
You know, but if you put Meow and you see him as a Masters 1 guy, you'd be like, you're kidding me.
Right.
Because if you actually know the guy is not Master. That guy can still fight an adult.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That guy can still fight an adult,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. They're like you said, they're at the mindset where if it breaks, it breaks.
Yeah, right?
You know? They'll let it go.
Yeah.
Those guys just they've been doing it for so long. They know what their bodies are capable of, right?
Right.
Like,
right. That's why I think like you're cutting yourself short if you stop at 34.
I think so, but my biggest thing is like I want to make sure I get my good adult years in, right?
Well, I get that
Because I want to do adult worlds up until I'm like 35, 36, you know? Because after that,
I see where you're going then.
Yeah.
Because you're at the point, okay, I'm 35, I can still compete as adult, but I know I'm Master 2 or going into Master 2.
Exactly.
I see where you're going.
So
it's not you don't consider a Master 1 or Master 2 an athlete? You better watch yourself.
Yeah, I know. I trust me, and the fans. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes, but it's so weird because you have people like Peter Frank.
Yeah.
You know Peter Frank, Masters 2 black belt.
Yeah.
Crazy guy who does all the flying submissions and stuff, right? Like
I do that. I'll break my back.
He's
or neck.
For real, right? But he's one of those guys who is Masters 2, who is getting paid. Let's be honest. Like he's. Last time I checked, he's sponsored by Kings. He's sponsored by Oakley Brazil, which is a huge thing because in Brazil, like, they sponsor a lot of athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Oakley Brazil sponsors a lot of athletes, and then Jackson, who's now becoming a big name, the jewelry brand.
Yeah,
I think Jackson Brazil, they sponsor a lot of athletes too, right? Like that's huge, right? But like, I don't see many Masters athletes really getting after it, but we're running into this now new age where you have more athletes like Meows.
True.
Like,
but they're hanging around longer.
They're hanging around longer.
And I think part of that is, you know, you're doing this long enough, you know how to recover.
Right.
So you know what you're good at and how you can get to that level. So you have the knowledge.
I mean, if we looked at Joao this year, he cut all the way down to Rooster.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like the Meow Brothers, they don't compete all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They just compete enough.
Enough, right? Trust me, let's stay on the scene, right?
Yeah. And I think you know, if you're going to be a gym owner, you kind of, and if you want to be a gym that has competitors, you kind of got to keep your name out there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So that all makes sense. So anyway, going back to these super fights.
Yeah, right.
Are you going to do any? You have any lined up?
I have none lined up.
There's this tournament that's coming up. I don't know if you heard about it. It's in October called Double Gold. It's out here.
I have a funny story about Double Gold.
Oh, yeah?
I hold the first ever submission on Double Gold. Is that true?
That's true.
That's true, right?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because I was judging. Yeah, I think that is true.
Yeah, I hold the first ever submission on
what
that.
submission was it?
It was
I think I was there,
outside heel hook.
Yeah.
On
Wasn't that Caesar?
On our boy Caesar.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Caesar,
not the same
Caesar.
Caesar that was in Masters.
No.
It was our other boy Caesar.
I remember now.
Yeah. So
yeah.
they're going on to Double Gold 4.
Yeah, I know.
That's coming up in like 2 months, maybe a month and a half.
Yeah. So Aaron did reach out to me about that. I'm kind of on the
fence.
On the fence of it. I do I do want the challenge. I saw who was in there.
I know you have a place to stay out here because your dad lives out here.
I have a lot of people who live out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so nothing. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. I was gonna see if my teammate Miles wants to do it because I know they have
that'd be pretty cool.
The 69 kg bracket.
Yeah.
That'd be fun for him to do that one, and I did the lower one. I think it's.
I know they're changing it a little bit. I don't know how much.
Yeah. Right.
They're changing it. I know I know. My understanding is it's going to be a tournament, but I don't know the details on it.
Right.
So,
that's
I'm
all I know.
I'm gonna get Aaron and Ando on here one of these days.
Nice.
And we're gonna hash out. We're just gonna talk double gold because
let's do it. That'd be so sick for you guys. So
I
hash
think,
that out.
Because I want to hear all about it because it's
and the ideas. It's just crazy.
I love it because so I had Joe Razulis on here and he kind of changed my perspective on jiu-jitsu. Like I always look at it as a sport,
right?
Being a competitor and just competitive mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe is an artist, so he's like, no, it's an art.
Oh,
it's an art form.
Jiu-jitsu is an art, yeah.
Yeah, and I never looked at it that way. I never looked at wrestling as an art form. Never. I just looked at it as like it's a combat sport,
right?
And that was it.
It was made to be brutal.
Yeah,
right.
So he kind of changed my perspective, and now I'm looking at Ando, who's an artist as well, and putting on double gold, and I'm like, man, this guy is like very creative.
Yeah.
So
right.
I'm curious to see.
It's like the Renaissance.
I can't wait to get him in one of these chairs and be like, just pick his brain, and be like, dude,
oh, for sure, right?
What the hell is going on in your mind? How did this come out?
So crazy, right?
It's like the Harry Potter stairs.
They just forever changing.
Yeah.
Right?
What's funny about the Harry Potter stairs is that's what my room's called at Sektor.
Oh yeah.
Because I live underneath the stairs.
So you're not like the people under. Are you like? So you're Harry Potter.
You're Harry Potter.
Because you're at the.
Wake up.
What was it? His aunt and uncles,
His
right?
aunt and
Living
uncles.
under the stairs.
If you want to call Sean my aunt and uncle, that'd be funny.
Do you?
That'd be funny.
You stomp on the
Do you,
stairs.
do you have a
"Wake
Hagrid?
up."
Huh?
Do you have a Hagrid?
No, I don't.
Because we can send Sal there. He could be
That'd be
Hagrid.
funny if Sal came.
You're a grappler.
Yeah, you're a grappler, Jonah.
You're a grappler.
But yeah, no. So like, yeah, it's funny. But yeah, I've always seen jiu-jitsu as an art. I don't know, maybe because like my first, like I said, like I've only ever watched like AOJ. That was like my first ever like.
They're a perfect example of that, dude.
Like,
their gym is like a freaking museum.
Oh, it is. Trust me, it's all white and it's a small gym.
How do they keep it white? That's what I don't understand.
It's a small gym though.
Yeah.
When you go in there,
I thought they had like 4 different mat areas.
they have 2 different locations with 2 different mat areas. The Costa Mesa location, the home gym,
okay,
HQ, whatever you call it, that's small.
Really?
That's so small compared to.
Like all the videos I've seen make it look huge.
Oh, it makes it look huge, right? I think it's the camera they use, but yeah. But to be fair, it's very comparable to the size of Peek-a-Pow.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Really?
Kind of comparable, but
they do
little
2 rooms.
They have 2 mat areas, but 1 big room.
Oh,
okay.
So like they split the mat basically in half.
So it's probably like going full circle here. Real MMA took over where your dad's gym was at, right?
Right.
They just recently moved all the weights into where the SBC or SBG was at.
Dude, I see that now. I'm like, that's
and now
perfect.
they have 2 mat areas, and they still do the yoga and
It
stuff.
looks
too.
so perfect.
Yeah, it looks like they have
But
like private
it's
areas.
just like that. So imagine you have like the main mat area when you walk in, right?
Mhm.
That's your main area, right?
Yeah.
That's the mat when you walk in. This is like the front. That's the mat to the right. That's the big one they always record on.
Okay.
And then they have the one to the left, which is like the one they have in the back, a little bit smaller, a little more compact. That's the one when you see in the AOJ videos that has the garage door in the background.
Got it.
So that's the one where they do more of. That's where they do the no-gi class. That's where they do their. It's funny because they have 2 different classes. They have a fundamental class and they have a basic movement class.
Okay.
It was so strange because when I was there in the 6 a.m., they had
I do believe in a basic class, by the way.
like a basic movement.
Yeah.
Trust me, whenever I would like peek over, they're just literally doing like solo drills.
Yeah.
Solo drills.
Well, they're learning how to frame and move their body.
They're learning how to move their body.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's so important.
Yeah.
And
It's so important.
it's so forgotten.
Yeah.
so
like,
forgotten.
I wouldn't say forgotten, but like
Not taught. Not taught. It's in the curriculum.
Yeah.
It's not a separate class where you have to learn. Right.
When Peek-a-Pow used to do like white belt week.
I did like that when Aaron was doing that.
Yeah, I like
whenever
that.
I'd come in for white
And
belt.
Tam would run it too. It was good.
I
She
think-
came up with that whole curriculum. I remember her and Aaron and I were texting, when she had brought it up, and I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. You could do like day 1, here's how you shrimp, and here's why you shrimp, or just go over legal grips and stuff like that.
Mechanics,
so
why it works,
you know,
that's literally what they did too.
Yeah.
At AOJ, they just worked on why the sweep worked. I remember them doing butterfly guard with no person, just practicing like this, and then them elevating and then being on their shoulder.
Yeah.
And then cutting through to be onto their knee, like if they're in a knee slice. Yeah. And I was just like, dude, that's crazy. Because literally, you're teaching them how to do the move. Yeah. Right?
With no one.
Exactly.
When
they're just doing it on their own.
During COVID, that's what I was doing every day.
Yeah.
I literally on my whiteboard over here, I had different positions that I wanted to just drill over and over, and I'd go for 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute to the next, and I think I had like an hour and a half worth of single drills.
That's so crazy.
And we would just do them like for an hour and a half. I think I did a Zoom call with a bunch of people because no one could go, no one could see anyone.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so we were all on Zoom. We all had our little space. We made grappling dummies, or we bought one because they were cheap then.
Right. Oh, I bet they were so cheap back then.
And then we just went through every drill for every minute.
That's what's up. So. It's almost like that's how jiu-jitsu should start. You know what I mean? It shouldn't start you going to some random class and learn arm bar or something, right?
My first class was an arm bar, rolling arm bar. It's like I call it the Ronda-Rousey arm bar because you're like they're turtled up and you reach over, grab it, and then roll through. And I like couldn't. It looked so easy, and now I can do it with my eyes closed, no problem. But like for whatever reason, I just could not figure out which way to roll, which way my head needed to be.
Right.
Looking back on that, I was like, man, I was such an idiot.
Dude, for real, right? You look at some white belt things he used to do.
Yeah.
Gabe can't have that opinion because he can't remember that time.
Yeah. That's probably that time was just I was messing around.
That's true. He was messing around a lot. So.
But yeah, no, I think my first ever move I learned was an omoplata. And it's funny because I kind of got away from omoplatas just to come back to them. So funny.
The omoplatas are very useful now. Mm-hmm. I think that's funny too because kids can't do omoplatas.
Yeah, I can't.
No,
it's so weird.
I think it's so weird because
he's just now being able to do them.
The first week I went to Sektor, they have different rules, right? From what I thought we were able to do at 3D, right? So 3D we're able to do guillotines, head and arms, darces, anacondas. Like we're okay with that. At Sektor, kids can't do that at all because at the IBJJF and all the tournaments out there, they can't do it.
Right.
And so I was like, holy cow.
Do they get Grappling Industries out there?
No, that as much.
Or ADCC.
They get a lot.
Well, they get ADCC.
Yeah. They get a couple of Nagas, but they don't get like new breeds and Fujis as much.
They have what is it? Extreme something.
Because they have a lot of different tournaments. Because you have like Dream. They have Dream, which is a kid only tournament that Sean actually helped start.
Is that like Believe? We have the Believe one out here.
Oh yeah, but maybe. So like Dream, the thing that's so funny about Dream. Oh, my dude's calling me real quick. We'll get him on the interview real quick. Hey, bro. I'm at... No. You're right. We're in the podcast right now, okay, with Sean and Gabe, okay? Just letting you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'll talk to you later.
No,
you're that's funny.
But he for reference, he just called me. He's like, "You didn't call me because I was a fucking loser." I was like, "No, we'll get to that a little bit later." But yeah, no, like, but yeah, they Dream. What I really liked about Dream, it's a themed tournament. Okay. It's a different theme every time you go to it.
Yeah.
And
it's all kids.
It's all kids. It's kids only.
I do like kids only stuff.
And they kind of follow the same rules as Jiu-Jitsu World League. Which the biggest rule that matters is that when you go double pull and one person comes up, instead of an advantage, you get 2 points.
2 points for a sweep?
2 points.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like that a lot to introduce the kids to advantages later.
Yeah.
Because it gives a purpose of why you come up and down.
I also feel like advantages are so, like, sketchy. Like
yeah.
They're not.
And
they're not consistent.
I always hate losing to like an advantage. It's like,
sure,
it's kind of cheap. Sure. It's like, great, I lost because he stood up.
Or like,
he grabbed my arm and attempted something.
Yeah,
he got close enough to where
or he did something better than I did something.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, advantages just those are so like hard to, because every referee is different, right?
They are different.
Yeah.
So, and I think in our last one we were reviewing pans, and we were talking about loop chokes.
Yeah.
Like
And
I was
so
told
many
by
reps
I was
that
told
said
by
that
a
was
couple
illegal.
different IBJJF reps that kids are not allowed to do loop chokes. But at pans, these kids were freaking loop choking.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like,
Everybody.
don't do it because we'll get DQ'd.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I start seeing some kid attempted it on him.
Yeah.
But I saw kids tapping to it, and I'm like,
What the
that's
heck?
stupid. I wish
Yeah, well,
let's be a little bit clearer here.
Yeah, no, the referees are just.
Yeah.
You get bad ones and good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some just don't know.
Yeah, so some I just guess. Like, it's funny because I never realized how many good and bad referees there were until Coach Dan started talking about it once. He's like, we can tell by how good a referee is by how many times they want to talk to the table now.
Oh, interesting.
So if you see a referee like...
I always thought it was the table that sucked.
No, so the table is actually where they have their highest referees that are there that day.
Oh, for
IBJJF.
Worlds? Oh, for IBJJF.
Just in general. Because
Really?
they have to...
They're watching the younger ones?
They're watching the younger ones. So the younger ones are going to be given to the blue belts, the pearl belts.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they're not going to allow the younger referees, the brown belt referees, because now they're allowing brown belts to referee.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They're not going to let the brown belt referees.
Which I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's just that like it's kind of funny because if you pretend like we'll have a Chicago Open, LA Open, and we'll throw in a Phoenix Open, right?
Right.
Say obviously LA's gonna get the biggest one, so they're gonna pump the better refs to LA Open because there's gonna be better competition there. There needs to be
It's a
more
bigger crowd.
fair, right? And you have the Phoenix and then Chicago Open.
Chicago gets shit on.
Yeah, Chicago always gets shit on. So Phoenix probably where you want to be.
Right.
In an open scenario.
Right.
So they're not gonna probably feed that one unless it gets a lot of people.
Right.
Then if they get a lot of people, they're gonna feed more referees. And let's say Chicago gets no referees, right?
Right.
So they're probably gonna send maybe 2 to 3 senior refs, and then it's gonna get pumped full of the brown belt referees because they don't care.
Yeah. I feel like the numbers in Chicago have been down.
Yes.
And I blame it on like every other tournament.
Yeah,
'Cause there's so
agree.
many tournaments
Yeah.
out here. We literally have a tournament every other weekend.
Yeah.
If not every weekend.
You guys should like there's no reason why there shouldn't be a Wisconsin Open, right?
Right.
There's got to be some field house in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
yeah. Honestly, like
It's a pretty big state.
Right.
The Wisconsin Dells is hosting tournaments.
That's what I'm
these days.
saying.
They could do one in the Dells. They could do one in Minnesota.
I mean, shit. I think I've seen Grappling Industries doing it at Disneyland.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be
actually.
cool.
I think I've seen one at a Disneyland.
That would be cool. They've done it at the Dells.
Yeah, right?
They're up in the Dells all the time. So is Naga. So like they
So
were doing it in Milwaukee, but they started moving from Milwaukee over to the Dells.
So crazy,
So-
right? But yeah, that's a good example. Like, why can't they just do one at the Dells, right?
Right.
That'd be a good for everyone. Everyone gets their own back
Yeah.
scratch in that.
Yeah. Because
But
they're going to get people from. How many people from Minnesota don't come down to Chicago because
a lot.
it's such a drive?
Trust me.
But,
Unless
like-
the guys who are trying to collect points, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're collecting points, it's an easy point to get. You know, because there's no one in your bracket.
Exactly.
You know,
Right?
you're even if you get one person in your bracket, you get one match, you lose. You still get points because you made
still
the
get
podium,
points, right?
Yeah.
which
And
is
then-
the dumbest thing.
Then you can open
Second place.
Honestly, I think that's the dumbest thing. I think you have to
don't win a match.
I think you have to win at least 2 matches to get points. That's how I look at it.
Oh, that's fair.
You know, and if anything, if there is one person, then make it best 2 out of 3.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
why am I paying $130 to do
To
an
just
open?
do, like, one
Just
match
do one
and
match and get a point.
Come more instantly. That's
Right.
like,
You know?
But like, yeah, I think I wish they did more variation of like how many points you get per tournament.
Yeah,
They need more of that.
yeah.
They need to pump it more with like did you know American National is only a 2-star tournament?
Is it really?
It's only 2-star. I think it was 3-star at one point, but then they dropped it to a 2-star.
I wonder why.
why?
I don't know, but yeah, American Nationals is obviously not the real American Nationals.
Sure.
If you really think about it, like Pan Americans is
Well,
like
I was gonna say
American Nationals.
Pans isn't really like Pans like
Yeah.
it used to be.
No.
And Master Worlds is still pretty Master Worlds.
Master World's
But,
the
like,
same, yeah.
But you're right. Like Nationals is not necessarily Nationals.
Yeah, there's no really a real national.
Like if you
Yeah,
were to go
right.
do
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu World League and do Jiu-Jitsu World League Worlds,
Oh, so many people are gonna come out, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a California State tournament that's like this next coming months. I think in November. I think I'm gonna do that one. But yeah, no, it's just like you need to start pumping this more with like different rankings, so then you
Yeah.
can start fluctuating the
Yeah.
people
yeah.
points. You know,
No, I think that's a good
I
call.
feel like there should be like one like staple like
I want to see them
organization.
qualify. That's what I
Yeah.
want. I want them to go back to
I
qualify.
feel like there should be one like organization that like, or at least in like the U.S. So we
Well, that's
have
how-
like so we can have like a state tournament or a
yeah.
national
Well,
tournament.
I think
So then we can like tell like who is the best.
Well, I think that's what they tried to do with like IBJJF was trying to do that.
Yeah.
They're trying to be like the federation to go after.
Right.
Yeah.
And set that standard and standard of rule set. You know.
Yeah. But then there's also ADCC, and people are like,
Well, I think ADCC is coming from here and possibly even taking over.
Yeah.
And they've talked about bringing the gi in, so who knows what's going to happen there.
It was funny because we were me, Miles, and Nolan were talking about that. We were like, Nolan, would you do ACC in the gi? And he goes, maybe. And I'm like, that was the first time we ever have him say maybe. To something that wasn't like IBJJF or like a high level like promotion like a BJJ Stars or like a Crown or something.
So I look at it this way. So you know how the UFC, you have to wear their uniform?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? And you can only fight for them?
Yeah.
So they're like anti-sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you have like the other MMA organizations.
Yeah.
Like
unless
like one or whatever.
PFL.
You put all them together, and then that's your ADCC. Your ADCC.
Basically.
And then IBJJF would be your UFC.
Yes.
Where you have to wear their gi, almost like wearing their gi because you have to wear whatever color, blah, blah, blah.
Color
and then,
they are.
But you have all these other, like ADCC. They don't care what you wear.
Mm-hmm.
Just
wear what you want.
Just come and fight. You know?
Right.
And if you have sponsors, that's cool. Bring them.
Yeah, right. So, yeah.
More the merrier.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think ADCC bringing in the gi is... I think that's going to be revolutionary for gi jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could bring...
They could bring the
gi
back.
have you ever done Subspectrum in Iowa?
No, I haven't.
So they do ADC.
So good.
They do ADCC rules.
Yeah.
And they do gi and no gi.
So yeah, like, do they do heel hooks in the gi?
They don't do heel
bro.
hooks in the
So I was joking around about that with Noah. I'm like, would you still do it, the ACC and the gi, if they're heel hooks? And he goes, no.
I agree with him. I wouldn't either.
I think, I'm like, if ACC, so I put it like this. I was like, if ACC had to change anything to IBJJF gi rule sets, the only thing I would really change would be Aokis.
Yeah.
Because that would change how you play 50-50, because then you go for like a Woj lock or whatever. If you're just sitting in ankle locks, I mean, everyone's seen it. Like, if you're at lights and under, you're probably not going to tap to an ankle lock unless you have an ankle lock specialist, like we'll say like Pato or like a Mikey Musumeci.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are definitely going to be able to break your foot, right? No matter what, how
Yeah.
flexible you are, right?
Yeah.
But, like, if you give them an Aoki lock, like, no one can really tap to an Aoki lock or like eat an Aoki lock as much as they can eat an ankle lock.
I agree. I just, to me, like, the heel hook is, I'm not going to say it's dangerous. We sign a waiver.
Yeah, right.
But, like, it is obviously harder to defend with the fabric of the gi.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
So,
because
and
you
it can get caught in the gi, too.
You can hide that. You can hide
that
in your jacket. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if ACC had to do anything, if they ever do bring the gi in, I say they would bring in reaping.
Sure, yeah.
Reaping.
You should be able to reap.
Because in IBJJF black belt, you already can turn to the inside. You just can't bring your foot over the center line. And I'm like, you might as well just be able to reap that point.
I agree. Even at the Masters, like, I think it's only adult black belts.
Adult brown belts and black belts that can turn inside of the ankle.
Right. But, like, I'm 48, and I'm like, dude, if someone reaps on me, go ahead.
Right. Exactly.
I should know how to defend it.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So, I'm all for it. They should allow it. And the reap's not what hurts. It's what happens after the reap.
Exactly, right? Like, you're a fool if you're not protecting yourself against illegal moves. Because like, there's been so many times where I've gotten caught in this past year. I think I've gotten reaped, I've gotten knee barred, all in Pearl Belt IBJJF rules.
Really?
So I've gotten reaped 2 or 3 times.
So you've won several disqualifications.
Unfortunately, that's how I won my first no-gi match at American National this year. We were in 50-50, right? We're in 50-50. The guy is like, this is his first IBJJF because I look on the IBJJF ranking list. I look through. So he had no idea. I had nothing, right? Yeah. So he comes in super huffing and puffing, right? And like, I can tell he's a leg locker because the way he's moving it, but I'm like, he doesn't know the rules we're playing.
Right.
So he gets me in 50-50, right? He gives me an ankle lock because obviously he didn't know he can heel hook because obviously he probably won't heel hook. He goes inside in 50-50, and I'm just like, oh gosh, this is I can't believe I ran into this again because there's so many times where I've gone like
I went to no-gi pans and I watched all these blue belts go right into the reap. Like they pull into like single leg X, and next thing you know, they go right into the reap. And I'm like, I'm glad that they know how to do this, but you got to know the rule set you're in.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like
instant.
But I think they should be allowed to do it. To be honest, I think they should be allowed.
I think they need to update it because let's be honest, like a purple belt should be able to knee bar.
I think a purple belt should be able to knee bar and heel hook in no-gi.
You think? I don't know. I it's just so weird.
Think about all these like.
Well, I agree.
Like ADCC.
Oh yeah, everyone's doing it.
They allow you to do that, and that's all no-gi.
Yeah.
Even Grappling Industries, I think you could do it at Grappling Industries.
Right.
So like, people are being trained for it, and you see it. Like, how many purple belts do you see beating all these black belts and like?
Oh no, I
and
totally
like these
agree.
fight to wins and super fights.
Purple belt's a different level.
But
right.
I just think like they're doing it with mostly leg lock games, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like, open it up.
Yeah,
you want
right?
to get more competitors into your tournament? Open it up.
I agree. I think they have to make it easier for schools to register.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to,
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
It's a whole different thing. But
Yeah.
I don't even want to dive onto that because I don't even want to know. I've only heard numbers, right?
It's expensive from my
And then it changes by how many academies you have too.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
That I didn't know. That's true. That's a whole nother conversation. Like the whole numbers games of like
Right.
Yeah.
of like winning
for,
opens.
for teams.
Yeah, it's like you could.
It's like, hey guys, we don't have a lot of people. Let's bring in more gym.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We need backup.
Yeah, we need backup. We'll fly you in.
And that's what we were just talking about, like the A, B, and C teams.
Yeah.
That a lot of the higher teams, like the Alliances, the Gracie Bajas, AOJs.
But I respect that too because you look at wrestling. You know, you have your A, B, and C, so you have your depth charts.
Exactly.
So you do want to have your lineup, but like
you have people to fill.
I don't know. I wouldn't fly someone in from like
California.
Well, yeah, anywhere, right?
Yeah.
To do a Chicago Open.
Yeah.
No,
Be like, come
unless
on.
you need points.
Yeah.
I
But you're not winning anything on team points.
No,
Like I'm not doing it for team. I would be like, hey, your goal is to like win worlds. All right, come on, you're gonna get some points here. Let's
Exactly
go.
right. Yeah, you need higher seed because something that I never realized how was important in IBJJF, especially is like you need points.
You need points
because you don't want to run into the guys that are top of the threshold, the guys who are making it to the quarterfinals.
If you can't be the first seat, you don't want to be the last seat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
You want to be in the middle.
You want to be somewhere in the middle because you don't want to meet those guys.
Yeah.
Because if you meet them,
you want to meet them later on.
You want to meet them later on.
If you meet them 2 matches in, maybe you get them when they're tired.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
And you're warmed up too.
You're
so
warmed up.
ready.
Yeah.
And you guys are basically on the same plane.
Yeah.
You know? The only thing that changes is how cardio.
Yeah.
How fit you are. You know.
Yep.
But yeah.
No, I totally agree. So, all right, we could probably wrap this up. We've been talking for like
an hour.
Longer than an hour, man.
Yeah.
It's been maybe 2.
I
don't know. We'll find out when we're done.
Figure it out, right?
So, what is next for you, though?
What's next for me? So, for sure, Nogi Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Nogi Worlds is something I really want to do.
So that's October.
Nogi
No,
Worlds.
that's Pans. Nogi Worlds in December.
So yeah, the 3 things that are kind of like on my, because right now it's Nogi season, right?
Yeah.
So I'm probably never.
As of today, yes.
Basically, because I was gonna do Jiu-Jitsu Con as my last gi tournament in IBJJF before I take a break from IBJJF.
Just wondering why you weren't out there.
Yeah, right.
Your dad's there.
Trust me,
busting his
dude.
butt.
I have a wedding, like a childhood friend.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me you got the wedding on here.
It was like literally like if it was anyone but like my inner friend circle from like here.
You got to be there to support him.
I
too.
have to because he
Yeah.
already made death threats, being like, if you don't come to my wedding, if you don't come to the wedding,
There's gonna be a great
you're not part of my. You're not my friend anymore.
You're out of the will.
Yeah, basically, like you're not my friend anymore. We're not talking anymore. I'm like, ooh, like his name's Julia. I'm like, Jew's serious. So I was like, no, man. And we already had one friend who backed out, and
yeah, you got to be there to support your friend.
And now he's no longer our friend.
You're out of
It's
the big
crazy.
5.
But yeah, so I'm here. So I'm gonna do Nogi Worlds for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I might do Nogi Pans
Then
because
there's this double gold thing coming.
yeah, the double gold thing. I'm thinking about it. And I also might do trials.
West Coast?
What East Coast?
Oh, over
East Coast and West Coast. East Coast is the first time it's in, or at least last time I checked. One of the first times I feel like it's been in Orlando.
Dude, that'd be exciting.
So yeah, I'm
Keep me posted on that one.
Yeah,
That
I'll
could
let
be
you
good.
know because I gotta cut a lot of weight for that. But I'm ready for it. I want to do it. I was kind of flirting with the idea last time it came around.
Yeah.
But I was like, I didn't feel like I was.
Honestly, that's where I feel that's a good step for someone that wants to be a pro.
Yes, I agree. If you wanna really try to step up, it's probably where you get the most cream of the crop. Is when you have like those trials and stuff, or like a lot of those like.
I think that's what I love about ADCC because you have to
qualify,
you have
to earn it
to get to this main stage.
Right.
Unlike, that's why we were talking about
where you're just like, hey,
hey, just sign up.
Right.
Okay.
It would have been cool if like, I think that being a world champ would mean something if you had to qualify.
Yeah.
To get
Well,
to that.
I'm really big on this idea. I've told my dad this a couple of times, and I'm like, dude, they should turn, because like during the majors, right, at IBJJF, they have the special mat, right?
Yeah.
That says Black Belt League, right?
Yes.
But it's really not a Black Belt League if you really think about it, because like they only, if you're the top of the top, you're not doing opens, right?
No.
Because if you win worlds at adult Black Belt, your registration's free for life.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if you win an adult black belt world title, absolute or whatever weight class, you get free registration for life.
All IBJJF.
For life. Any IBJJF. Masters.
That's cool.
Good to know.
Open. Yeah, so if you
You
win...
better start working harder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Time to take out
Trust me,
the Giants.
but it makes so much sense because you see all these guys, we'll say Tynan, because Tynan used to go to a lot of the opens his rookie year to get a lot of points, but then after he won that one world title...
He just stopped.
He stopped doing the opens.
But that makes sense. Why risk one injury?
Right.
Two, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if it's free, where's your motivation?
Right.
Yeah.
It should be in the room at that point, right?
Right.
It'd be in that room to make sure that every time you go to a major or a super fight or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you completed the journey.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did.
It's
you,
like
you just leveled up to the highest level you can get.
You reached end game.
Yeah.
And you can explore the whole map.
Another AOJ athlete, and it's kind of sad that we're talking mostly about AOJ athletes right now because like a lot of these guys they're done competing, like Jessica Khan.
Yeah.
Jessica Khan won worlds I think twice, maybe once, I can't remember, but now she's kind of done competing. She's kind of found her professor role.
Yeah.
Now I think she's one of the leader professors.
But that's what you want to do.
At Mission Valley. No, yeah, trust me. It's like I have more passion in that because I think I was more built to teach than I was to coach / teach than I am to compete. I'm not saying I'm not a bad competitor. I just say like I don't think there's many people that can roll or / move the way I move, in my opinion. Because I feel like I move with an intention a little bit different than most.
I would say you definitely move with intention.
Yeah.
And you are different than a lot of the people I've rolled with, but you're also younger.
Yeah, right.
So it's harder for me to really gauge that.
Trust me, but like I feel like because realize my journey through jiu-jitsu is kind of very similar in my opinion to Christian Woodmansey.
Okay.
Because he started teaching at white belt, and I also started teaching at white belt. I started teaching adults at white belt, out of SBG.
Really?
The only thing I ever taught was spider guard because it was the only thing I felt confident teaching.
Sure.
But it was kind of funny.
Paul probably repped that like going out of.
I repped that actually with this blue belt who's a black belt in judo, Lou. He taught me a lot of my spider guard because that was kind of right when Paul was starting to kind of check out and he wanted to
move to California or
Idaho. He wanted to move to a bigger SBG, and he was having trouble balancing what he was doing to make most of his money, which is his shiv work, which is his gun safety.
Right. Because he was doing that. I think he was doing that with Larry, and Larry's a big spider guy.
Yeah.
Well, he was. He's not so much now.
So yeah. So he was having a hard time balancing that, and so he had to make the hard choice to let go of his gym.
Yeah.
And then now he's coaching at Idaho, which it looks like a better fit for him because he can leave and go and help coach him as much as he can, and still do his shift stuff.
Yeah.
But like for me like I've been coaching every belt and I don't expect me to stop.
So you think you're a better coach than competitor? Or instructor?
I think
I feel like there's a difference between instructing and coaching.
I think I'm a better coach than an instructor.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy more about learning how to beat a system.
Yeah.
I enjoy that more than I do having to because when I was at 3D, it was just me, right? I was the only full-time athlete, right? So I kind of got burnt down that a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I put a lot of my, I'm going to say like my experience, my XP, put a lot of my XP in learning how to coach and how to beat the system. I think
that's good.
Yeah, right? And so now I'm hitting this moment where now I don't have to coach as much because
now you're focusing more on the competition.
Exactly. Right? So now I've kind of like switched. Mm-hmm. Right now I do believe I'm a better coach than I am an athlete.
I do think it's hard to be both.
It's hard to be both. I think that's the hardest thing. Yeah. It's like I said this to my dad once. I was like, you have your 3 things you want to do when as a jiu-jitsu person, right? Mm-hmm. You want to be an athlete, right?
Yeah.
You want to be a coach.
Yeah.
But you also want to be an instructor.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, you can be 2 of 3.
Sure.
You can't be...
You're not going to be all 3.
You can't be all 3. Because you could be a coach and an instructor, right? Because you can teach what you do, right?
Right.
You could be a coach and an instructor. It means you're just all about the school.
Yeah.
You can be a coach and an athlete, but that means the way you communicate isn't at that level, right? You're gonna have to be like Marcelo, who's kind of being like, I just do this.
Yeah.
Right.
And that, to be fair, when I first started teaching, that's kind of how I was, because I had a hard time transitioning from competitive athlete to instructor,
right?
Because I had to now think about what I actually do, and then break it down step by step.
Yeah, because you're used to the drilling, it's just muscle memory.
Yeah, and I'm just used to let it auto. I could literally have a conversation.
Let Jesus drive the wheel, right?
Yeah, like Joe jokes around with me, but he's seriously jokes around with me, like saying you roll better when you don't think. Yeah, and that's true.
There's a book that I'm just about to start to read. It's called I'm not a big reader. I'm gonna audiobook it, obviously.
Yeah, whatever works. But I'm not a big reader either.
But I've heard a lot of high level athletes talk about this book. Yeah. Let's see if my
Is it a jiu-jitsu book?
No, it's not. It's a tennis book.
Oh yeah.
It's let's see if I can get it. Actually, I just got it. But yeah, the inner game of tennis, right?
Oh, that sounds like a very interesting book.
Yeah, right. But so the whole idea of the author, basically, he talks about how tennis is a game where if you start thinking more, you're gonna lose more, right? You're gonna lose more serves.
This goes back to we were talking about watching video of our opponents and stuff. I can't do that.
Overthink yourself.
I can't. All I want to know is how many people are in the bracket. I don't even care what their names are. How many people, so I can figure out what the level of cardio I need.
How much?
That's really it.
And how much matches I'm gonna have, basically.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna have if I'm gonna have one match,
3 matches, basically.
If I'm gonna have one match, I'm not gonna kill myself on the bike or treadmill for weeks at a time. I'm gonna drill more.
Yeah, right.
You know, if I'm gonna have 4 or 5 matches, now I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on the cardio side.
Right.
And add drilling into that, and then go back to the cardio.
Right.
So things will get in my head.
and that's kind of what the whole book is based around. It's just you just being in flow state.
Yeah.
You just, because the more you think about it, the more it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And the more you less think about it, the more you're actually more willing to be set free, I guess I would say.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm really interested in how that book's going to change the way I think.
If it's got pop-ups and stuff, I'm in. That's my kind of book, man.
That is a big tennis player.
You open it up and then tennis racket comes out. You pull the little cord and it goes back down. I want to
open it and smacks in the face.
In, right?
Cool. All right, we should wrap this up.
Yes, sir.
It's getting late. We were talking for a long time.
Well, that was a great time.
Yeah, this is awesome. Good conversation. So, I look forward to seeing what you do, man.
For
sure.
I
really do. I'm gonna be following you.
Thank you so much.
Here.
The journey.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, it's always a pleasure.
Trust me, I'm called Chicago over there, so trust me, I rep the Midwest.
Good.
And
dude, I think
I love it there.
Midwest, the Midwest has a certain. We're different when it comes to grappling. We really are different. It's
a different pace.
Yeah.
Different objective.
Yeah. Traveling with Tap Dancer out and seeing jiu-jitsu in other states and even competing in other states.
Right.
Or I've taken classes at a friend's gym in Massachusetts.
Right.
And it's different. We are just a different breed here. So we're lucky, to be honest.
Trust me, we're so lucky, and it shows. I think I've had a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Like, Jonah, you're tough. I'm like, thank you. Like, you know,
thank you. And that's not like a side, like the backwards comment where people are like, oh, you're using a lot of strength. No, you're tough, meaning like, hey, you're tough. Your technique is solid.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me. And
there's a difference between saying you're tough and you're strong.
Yeah,
you're
right.
It's different.
Right.
It's different.
But no, trust me. Like, if you're born in the Midwest, you definitely know how to grapple. You definitely know how to take care of your stuff. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Cool. How do you want to wrap it up?
I don't know.
Just peace out. We'll just peace out.
Yeah, peace out.
So until next time, we're with Jonah, next world champ.
Thank you.
Coming soon.
Yes, sir.
To a theater near you.
So. Can't wait to be back on the show. Trust me, I'll be back.
You'll be back.
And I'll be a world champion.
That's right.
Trust me.
We're gonna have you back at Double Gold.
And then I'll Double Gold. If I ever come back and I bring my posse with me.
For sure.
And if I bring Sean.
Dude, we have mats. We could do
Sean
freaking instructionals and stuff.
If I can get Sean out here. I know Nolan really wants to come to Chicago. He wants to go to O Block for some reason. I don't even know why he wants to go to O Block.
Okay.
But he wants to go to O Block, and then I'll bring Miles. So
yeah, dude.
If we can get all of them on the pod, that would be super cool. Cause
we'll get more chairs, more mics.
Yes, sir.
You're not worried about that.
Trust me. Awesome.
Cool. Awesome. Good time. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate
Sweet.
it. Till next time.
Till next time.
We out.